Hello everyone. Welcome everyone. Hello. Today we're back to the Divergences of Darkness fanfork mod. We are going to be playing the nation of Qingqiu. I'm playing some background music from this game called Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. That'll be your background music for today. Okay, welcome, hello everyone, welcome. So, it's been a while since I've played the DoD fanfork, it's been a wee while since I've done a single player chill stream, and I'm looking forward to getting back into this. Of course, this might mean a longer introduction because I need to introduce everything about the mod, again, about this, about the nation, about my schedule and my format. We need to ease our way back into it. What was the last DoD fanfork nation? Well, I can't really remember, but I'm looking at the saves in my save folder, the top left, and clearly it was Gran Colombia, and I think that adds up. Must have been Gran Colombia. But honestly, the last most memorable playthrough of DoD fanfork was the Zorao. That one seemed to transcend things and ended up being just more iconic and better than all the other ones. I think, yeah, the Gran Colombia playthrough actually it didn't end up being memorable because we ran into the problem of I played it too well and I avoided all the civil wars and we didn't get much content, I think. I think that's what happened there. That's also what happened with the Brazil playthrough in TGC a few months ago. You know, they added all this great content to Brazil. If you kind of fail to ban slavery and then the country breaks apart, it balkanizes into all sorts of cute little nations. And then there's loads of content, but I just played too well. I played too well, I avoided the civil wars, and fucking nothing happened. That was the problem. You suffer from success sometimes. But it's all still enjoyable, because at the end of the day you're still playing Victoria 2 and having fun with chat, so it's all good. So, here we are in the Americas of Divergences of Darkness, and if you're still new, and I guess this might actually be my first DoD fanfork stream on YouTube, so you know, I might still have new people here to explain this to, because my videos are multiplayer videos, and we use multiplayer Divergences of Darkness mods that are all based on older versions of DoD from about 2020, 2019-ish. They diverged from there. And then in these intervening years, DoD fanfork came about, and it is a single player oriented mod. They've been working on this and there have been quite a lot of changes. Are spoilers welcome? No, actually I'm going into this blind and I'd like to experience the whole thing, so if you have played this country, please don't spoil what's ahead. Thank you for the warning. And also, that's another Victoria 2 YouTuber there in the chat. Check her out. So the fanfork was developed in these intervening years for the past like 2 or 3 years, maybe longer. And they've, you know, changed a lot of the map. I'm still doing another introduction to this mod. I feel like I've introduced this mod about 10 times now over all the streams. But they've done some divergences. They changed a lot. They've gone into lore. This mod is lore focused. It is LARP focused, and it is focused on event chains, on decisions, and sort of role playing. And for me, that makes it a very enjoyable single player experience. I'm a multiplayer guy, that's where I come from. But if I am going to play single player, which I think I need to do sometimes, because I can't always do multiplayer, this is where I go. This is my go-to mod, especially for alt history for DoD. Link's girl pause went away and I gave her a shout out and then she came back. She didn't even know. Anyway, So this country, Qingqiu, is recognizable for many of you. It's a big country in the American bloodbath. We had a player on it there. But in the other multiplayer mods, and I have to explain this as well, it's very important. And yes, I also did ask for the no spoilers bit as well. This country has had its name changed a few times in different multiplayer mods. The first one that we saw was in the Bavaria series, where they named it to Xifang, or Xifang as we probably commonly call it. And that was the combination of Zhurao and Qingqiu into one nation. They merged it, because probably just to cut down on the amount of players, the bloat for multiplayer, you know, to cut down on the lag, to consolidate two countries into one. You know, they're Chinese-colonised countries, you know, they're kind of on the periphery, just shove them together, right? And another name for that, which is now in the Japan series, the Asian Hugbox series, is Dongguo. I know that Dongguo means Western country, or is it Eastern country, from the perspective of China? I don't know. It's a direction in country, because Guo means country, I know that. And Qingqiu, by the way, it means green hill. I looked into this a bit. Qingqiu means green hill. And, you know, the Asian Hugbox series and the episode that I'm working on right now has gotten me really interested in the East and in China and Japan. You know, I've looked into the language a bit. But I don't want to really embarrass myself by trying to go for authentic pronunciations of stuff, but I kind of know how it works. The two syllables in Qingqiu are both the third tone, the upper, it's a line, it's like a straight, it's a slightly raised but non-changing tone. Can I even explain it? It's the Green Hill Zone. I've become an Oriental scholar, I've become an Orientalist because of the series I'm making, really. Because I've been looking up music, I've been looking up the lore of the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom, you know, I've become a big Oriental scholar. And I've looked up the languages. So, you know, Qingqiu means green hill. They sailed over here, Zheng He, the great explorer of the 1500s, whenever it was, sailed over, discovered this, saw that it has green hills in it, as if China itself doesn't have any green hills. And this is it. And in China itself, the home country, instead of the Qing Dynasty that we would have at the time, we have the great Shun, or the Shun Dynasty. Shun, I don't want to go for an authentic pronunciation. Thank you for those praising the amazing Japan series, the Asian Hugbox series. But let's just go over this a little bit more before I talk about that. I know that the Qing Dynasty was called Da Qing, and Da Qing means Great Qing, so this would be called Da Shun, if you pronounce them properly, of course. Great Qing and Great Shun as the dynasties in charge at the time. So this is a divergence, this is alt history, and I don't know exactly who the Shun are, I don't know where they come from, I don't know their lore, and I would find out if I played them, which maybe I will, sometime, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out secondhand by playing Qingqiu and interacting with them, we'll see. But I'm interested where they come from in alt history. Let's lower chat a bit, let's get rid of the intro stuff. Lower music volume a little bit. Alright, so, and of course we're in the Americas here, which is just completely unrecognisable from vanilla, and even then the fanfork is unrecognisable almost from our normal multiplayer DoD that we're used to. The Qing Dynasty are still in Manchuria from what I understand. Well, they would be. We've got the Yihe and the Chahar. The Qing didn't come to power, the Manchus have been relegated to client states, tributaries. So, finally a game for Qingqiu, been wanting one since the American Bloodbath. I think you're probably more wanting a multiplayer playthrough, to be honest, and you know, I wouldn't mind playing Qingqiu in a multiplayer game, that would be nice, but it's a pretty mediocre nation in multiplayer. It's really mediocre. You'll be a mid-level power at best if you survive into the late game. And you'll always be weaker than Arcadia and possibly also Gran Colombia. So it's a pretty mediocre country in MP, but it's still interesting. And in the early game you can make some important choices and you can tip the balance in Arcadia. Anyway, it's different in single player, this works completely differently. Ladoche says the Shun Dynasty was a revolt during the Ming Dynasty that occurred just before the Manchu conquest. Oh, they got in just before the Manchus. Oh, right there, just before the Manchus. But anyway, where do we go now? I just want to briefly mention the Asian Hugbox series, which has got part 6 coming out this Friday. This episode of the Asian Hugbox had to take an extra week. I couldn't keep up the weekly schedule because this part's going to be an epic. It's going to be about 58 minutes long or more. It's going to be big and it's going to decide everything and it's going to be amazing. And it's definitely one of the videos I've enjoyed editing the most ever. It's great. The music that I have access to with the Asian lore, China and Japan, the scenes from weird Chinese movies that I can use, oh, it's great. And then of course the events that happen in the video are great.
I think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
North FC, let's go Qingqiu partisan some fating Chinese.
Thank you Hare Krishna for the 6 months of membership. I have enabled Mandarin Chinese text-to-speech voice. Let me put the sound up on that because I could barely hear it for the next ones, okay? Let me just get the sound up on that. Alright, where's the sound? Okay. Alright, that's that fixed. So I was just talking about the Asian Hugbox series. That episode's coming out on Friday. And if you ever felt that the Asian Hugbox series was getting off to a slower start and I was building things up, well, it's all going to be building up to this fucking moment. Things are about to get crazy. Another great question in the chat. Does Qingqiu share the Zhurao national anthem? Well, when we were playing the Zhurao campaign, playing down here, I played as the Islamic version, by the way, the Sultanate of Zhu Shah. I created the national anthem of Zhurao, which was based on what's it called? Based on Land Down Under. But that doesn't apply to Qingqiu because Land Down Under is Australian, so Qingqiu's got different LARP. And since it's around California, I don't know. Does California have a national anthem sort of thing? I've never heard. I mean, California is mostly mentioned in pop music and rock music, but what about some kind of national anthem thing? I don't know. Then again, I did use a bit of sort of pop music for the Australian one, so Hotel California, California Dreaming, California Cake, exactly, all of that. Yeah, maybe I should do one of them. Oh, welcome to the Hotel Qingqiu. I Love You California is actually the anthem. Well, maybe we'll make something out of that before the next session of this. I'll maybe make something off stream. We'll see. We'll see. There are a lot of good options for California, but making it Chinese somehow. So anyway, once again, this is DoD Fanfork. I'm going into this blind. I don't know the paths. I don't know the lore. We're going to find it out as we go along. We're going to make our decisions as we go, and we'll see what approach we can take. Can we come back to China and reconquer it? I don't know.
Circle.
Shall we try that? Who knows? Will there be options?
When will we see your light again?
Thank you, Max, for the $5. Oh, Flower of Qingqiu. When will we? Maybe actually there's something to do with the Green Hill. Maybe we can make it the Sonic Green Hill Zone theme, because Qingqiu means Green Hill. Anyway, shall we, I'm not going to say without further ado, because I can guarantee that there will be some further ado, but let's actually just get into the game, right? Let's load it in. Alright, let me change the chat thingy here. I'll plonk you over there. Okay, So, as it says in the description, we start off with almost 1 million pops, which is actually very good. It's very nice. Plantagenia has 1.81 million, and the Belgians combined probably have something similar. Vinland has less. This okay, this is new as well, by the way. I think this was also just added in this same update. The update that we're talking about, which I think is version 7.0, didn't just come with Qingqiu stuff. Every nation in America has been granted content, specifically stuff to do with Qingqiu. So the Gran Colombians have extra interactions with us. But I think China was completely reworked as well with this Shun Dynasty. This was all completely changed and reworked, I believe. And of course, yeah, we do have puppets. And you know, I have a soft spot for these kind of puppets in lore mods and shit. I love this sort of thing. You know, puppets that kind of have a slightly different colour from the main country, that are semi-autonomous bits. I love that. You see the dual monarchy has one. Poland has its sub-states. I love it. It's got to be one of my favourite genders. Big fan of that sort of thing in LARP mods. And we have some. Of course, the goal is that we'll eventually have to annex them, probably, but, you know, it's nice to see them at the start. Plantagenia has the Cherokee satellite, which is kind of similar. Shout out to Nurse Reno there. Okay, so yeah, as I say, we start off with just about 1 million pops, but this substate has 18k. Is this a separate one here? This one has 13k, and this one has 31k. We're not missing much. We are definitely not missing much. Our primary culture... Oh, we've got some actual subcultures here. We've got Qingqiuan and Buioyan and Valayan as well. Okay. Culture map mode. Qingqiuan. Now, it's very weird, right? This is also why Dongguo was quite funny in the Asian Hugbox series, because in that mod they called the culture Dongish. Appending English and Latin suffixes to Chinese words is a bit awkward. Qingqiuan, Qingqiuan, and Dongish. Dongish is the English suffix, and you know, an is the Latin one. It's a bit weird, but what else can you do, really? What would you call the people in Chinese? Would we call them Qingqiu Ren? So Linkscarl is telling us Qingqiuan is the Chinese, Valayan is Christian Chinese, and Burio is Korean. Buioyan. Where do they live? Christian Chinese, by the way, we've also got some of them down here in the Republic of Mianjin. So the Qingqiuans mainly live across the coastline and inland here, and up north is where the Koreans live, basically, who we do have accepted. Valayans have some people in the valley, presumably, is what they're named after. We've also got some Kaiganese people who live here, but the Kaiganese are part of the Japanese colony up here. And by the way, of course, we're going to be taking a long intro here. We have to introduce everything and look over the pops and really take it all in. So Japan owns what you could call Vancouver Island directly, and this island up here, which is named Hideo Kojima or something, I don't know. But the rest of it is a Dominion colony called the Japanese Hokkaigan Development Commission, which sounds really corporate. I like it. They accept Kaiganese and Japanese, and they have about 280k pops themselves. You're asking about our religions. That's a good thing to look at, actually. So, Valayan, oh shit, no, oh my god. We've got Taiping Christians. Oh, that's a recipe for disaster. We've got Taiping, some of the Valayans are Taiping Christians. Shit. Why does that exist? Why does that exist? Of course, we can go on about this for ages, but in regular DoD multiplayer, the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom exists, of course. But in real life, it started around the 1850s. It's a bit early. Hong Xiuchen, he was born in 1814. I've looked all this up, of course, because the next episode is about this in the series. That guy was born in 1814, so he just was 26 at the start of the game, but presumably if Taiping exists in 1836, it would have started earlier. Who knows how much earlier. So how old was he when he proclaimed himself Jesus? He didn't do it then because he failed his fucking Confucian exams. He must have failed his school exams and then become the brother of Jesus at that age. Anyway, Qingqiu isn't a Christian nation though. I was just looking at some of our pops. The Valayan culture are the Christian people who live in the valley. Some of them are Taiping, but most of them are Catholic, okay? Our main pop is the Qingqiuan, who are... okay, they're just diverse in their religion. The Qingqiuans believe a lot of different things. Some of them are Buddhist, some of them are Taiping Christians, and some of them are Catholic. In fact, if you look at the religion pie chart, yeah, maybe they are like the Mormons. But if it's Taiping Christian, you would assume that it must have travelled across from China itself rather than being proclaimed here in America. Anyway, so our biggest religion, and I think the main religion, look, we're converting the Taiping people to Buddhist. That is Buddhist, right? I would assume it is Buddhist. Compare the religion of the different provinces. Zhongrong. Where's Zhongrong? Where's that? It's our biggest province. This is part of the valley. So our biggest state is actually majority Catholic. Baimin, where's that? Baimin is up the valley a little bit. Northern Valley. That's mostly Buddhist. The capital region of Qingqiu, which is not very populated itself, mostly Buddhist. Wow, we're getting Chinese Mormons already. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be fucking crazy. Yeah, that's right, Feyhart. Eastern religions are hard to showcase because you can combine a lot of them. In Japan, Buddhism and Shintoism overlap. Yeah, I know that. It's kind of less concrete in some parts of Asia with all that sort of thing. There's a bit of overlap. People take beliefs from here and there, whereas in Western stuff, Abrahamic religions are kind of all or nothing, really. You're either a Christian or you're not, either a Muslim or you're not, that sort of thing. Don't really know much about the Chinese religions though, Confucianism and all that. Don't really know anything. Anyway, so yeah, we are actually, if you do combine, yeah, if you put it like that, if you combine the Catholics and the Taipings, you are a majority Christian nation, just. But you'd think, how is anyone a Taiping over here? Well, maybe we'll find out as we play and learn the lore. So anyway, our pops, we got about 1 million, as we say. There's also Numu Xiaosongni. So presumably those are Native American pops of some description. Jonas, can you unite the US or you blocked only the western coast? You mean unite Arcadia? Who knows? I don't know. Let's not spoil anything to see what we can form. I haven't even looked at the decision screen yet. We're taking our time here. Okay. So, and there's another tag here called the Heavenly Council of Dayan and the Valley League, and also the Republic of Buyeo, which is the Koreans. Koreans have their own core, but we do have them accepted. The Heavenly Council of Dayan is presumably the Taipings. The official religion is Buddhism, because I can see people assimilating to it. Where do you see the official religion, if anywhere? Can you even... I don't even know if you can see that anywhere. We start off with a very good national value here. So anyway, let's just do the budget screen quickly, just to, you know, do something. Set that up. Everything max. Right. And Lusitania does have cores in our southern bit here. There are some Lusitanian pops here in the region of Anjou. Lusitania is a constituent nation of Gran Colombia, and they're Portuguese. So they've got a core and some pops in our southern region. We've got to watch out for that. If Gran Colombia falls apart and Lusitania comes out, there could be problems there. Is the accepted Korean culture present in Korea? No way. No. So Korea is 100% Korean. 100% Korean. Absolutely no minorities there. The Koreans that moved over here are Buyoyan. Okay, so we start off with a tiny army. Oh no! One of our ships is called Dongguo. That's a reference. Wow. Do the Korean nations accept them? Oh, questions. No. And China doesn't accept us. They only accept Han. They don't accept any of the minorities. Korea, if you want to look into more detail on that, is there's a Japanese-owned portion. There's a Joseon Kingdom, which is a puppet of Japan, and there's Goryeo up north, which is independent. And then the Manchus here are puppets, tributary states sort of thing, of the Shun, and then the Dzungar Khanate is independent. And the Ainu Protectorate thingy is a puppet of Japan, which is very similar to our multiplayer DoD. Does Great Shun explode or anything? I don't know. We're going to find out. Let's check our decision screen. Okay, prepare the liberation of Beiwai. The end of our war of independence against Japan did not lead to their... Okay, apparently we used to be owned by Japan. That creates some complications. In 1800, a Qingqiu expedition into Hokkaigan also failed due to a lack of supplies and natural disasters. Japan counterattacked and outmaneuvered our armies with help from their navy. They did some naval landings and encirclements, nearly overrunning Buyeo before their own supply lines collapsed and we drove them back to the current border. We must cast Japan out of the continent, but we must also learn from our mistakes in the last invasion. We will need to develop our supply system so we can move large armies north, and at the same time develop our navy so that we can threaten the Japanese stronghold of Liubo and intercept Japanese reinforcements. So we can feign a ship explosion after we get some techs to liberate the north. We have lingering claims on the north. We have pops up here. A very small amount, yes. And their capital. There are some of our pops here, mostly Kaiganese though. Okay. So chat just glitched there, let me just see. Who controls Hawaii? That's the next question. It's Bang Hu. Oh my god. And it's got Qingqiu pops in it. It's my flag but different characters. They only accept Polynesian. So they took a Chinese flag instead of the British flag. Okay, next decision to read. End Japanese imperialism. The history is a continuous war against imperialism. No nation has threatened liberty and peace in the Pacific more than Japan. So Fusang may now be free from the Japanese boot. But Fusang... No, that's not that. Okay. See, I'm already getting names mixed up. That's going to be a problem. Fusang must be our name for the north? Circle. I don't know.
What do they eat in California? It's not for rice.
Thank you very much, Stalker, for the 400 huff. Well, what do they eat in California in real life? Burger King and shit. American slop. Fusang is the Chinese name for America. Right. I thought about this before the stream, but in order to remember, especially some Chinese names, which are a bit difficult to remember for me, we're going to take notes in the Pacific, right? We're going to write some notes in the Pacific so we remember shit. Fusang is America. Beiwai. Is Beiwai our name for the entire Hokkaido bit of Japan here? Hawaii is ruled by a renegade admiral from Qingqiu who ditched the country after he failed an election. Fucking hell. All the lore. So, yeah, does Fusang mean all of America? Let's just clarify that. Anyway, Beiwai. When the time comes, we shall claim Beiwai, even if we have to create the pretext. Right. I'll play the Dzunga if it has lots of content. Actually, maybe I'll just play it anyway. Great War Paradigm. Well, this is very late, I think. This dismantles the whole Japanese nation. That's a bit much. And we don't have any other decisions yet because we have not started playing. We should be unpausing soon, I guess. Let's unpause soon. Our capital is, of course, Sanbao. Capital is very diverse. There's Lusitanians, Kaiganese, and Boyoyans who live here. Let's see if we can build some artillery. Don't know, but we'll try. And what starting text do we have? Decent, first row. Decent text, perfectly fine. Our first tech will be, well, since ideological thought doesn't come till 1840, let's do medicine first. Okay. Chat glitched again. Yeah, I'm thinking that Beiwai is the name for all of Japanese Hokkaigan, basically. Lusitanian are Portuguese people of Gran Colombia who live in the north. Okay? That's Lusitanians. So I think... What kind of government even am I? I'm a presidential republic. I cannot change parties. And we start off with a clipper shipyard and a lumber mill. Okay. We're going to do national focuses. Calm down, calm down. But what RGOs do we have? So, lots and lots of grain. There's some coal. Decent, yeah, some coal. That's good. Iron. There's a lot of iron in here in vanilla. Oh shit. Maybe we'll get more. Maybe we'll get more iron decisions, but our only potential sources of iron are to the north in the Japanese area and right below us in Lusitania so far. That's all I can see. We already have a lot of gold in the valley. The valley has had a gold rush. That means we should probably be making a lot of money. We have a bit of copper, which is one of your, what do you call it? Copper is one of your PDM things that are still in this mod. Also, I didn't mention this yet, but we have a Native American Confederacy next to us here, which is new. The Blackfoot Confederacy, who accept Plains Algonquins. But they only have 18k pops, so I don't think they're much of a threat. Right, how's our bureaucratic efficiency off the bat? Zhongrong. The valleys are our most populated regions. Let's get some bureaucrats in there. Yeah, the valley is the most populated area because of the gold rush. Makes sense. Where else should we do this? Weiguo is quite a populated state and it needs bureaucrats, so we'll go there. I'm unpausing. I'm finally unpausing. Maybe we could make an alliance. Oh, we gotta read this though. Okay. Maybe we can make alliances. Maybe we can get an alliance with Plantagenia. Maybe a good alliance against Gran Colombia. Okay, we got to read this. Look at that! Oh, the art! Is that AI generated? I don't think so. It looks fine. But you can see the flags. I love it. When I play Qingqiu, I'll use that in a video. I mean, like a series in Qingqiu. So, Qingqiu, named after a mythical land from the Shanhaijin Jing. Okay, it tells you here. This tells you everything you need to know. Yeah, we unpaused and we ran our January 1st and got the starting event, of course. Wait, are we Japanese? Are we Japanese or what? Anyway, the Green Hill is actually a mythical land, apparently. Anyway, this confirms that Fusang is our name for America, so the note is correct. The land was colonised by Japan starting in 1659 and secured after 2 successful wars with Spain over California. The discovery of gold forced Japan to find a way to exploit it. However, the daimyos of Japan refused to send settlers, forcing Japan to resort to Korean and Chinese labourers. Oh my god. It all adds up now. It all adds up now. We're a Japanese colony, but they sent Chinese and Koreans to work the gold, and that's why we are Chinese / maybe Korean. Anyway, unrest would grow in the colony, and the sudden death of Li Zhen, a Mangist scholar, sparked rebellion. Li's radical ideas encouraged Catholics, Koreans, a few Japanese, and various Chinese groups to join together into a confederation. Japan was forced into an armistice in 1809 by the work of generals such as Yang Fu-ting. Yang Fu-ting himself tried to shape the country as he saw fit as the first speaker, but was outmaneuvered and left to conquer Hawaii. That's the admiral. That's the fucking admiral. That guy went and took over Hawaii. Yang Fu-ting. Let me take a note on him. I need to remember these names. No, wait. Okay, that's our name, okay? Li Zhen was our founder. Maybe we don't need to write that. Sorry, chat, if I can't respond to you right now because I'm reading this. Okay. So, he was the first speaker, but he was outmaneuvered. Qingqiu currently is a decentralized confederation kept together only by the fear of Japan's return and profits from the gold mines. Only time will tell if Qingqiu can become more than the sum of its parts. That's interesting. So, if we are originally a Japanese colony, then the Japanese pops must be the Kaiganese. That's all I can think of. Valayan people might be Japanese as well, for all we know. No, Qingqiu is Chinese. Mate, we just read the lore that tells us that it's Japanese in DoD fanfork. Now, so in the capital, that's where most of the Kaiganese people in the country live. Which would make sense. Thank you, Emperor Melgus, so much for the $10.
Navy encircled.
Bing chilling.
Thank you. Okay. The Kaiganese may have mixed with natives as well, says chat. Very good, very good. Yeah. Anyway, so what happens here? Well, we're not allowed to manually justify because we're railroaded, which is fine. That's what I'm here for. And we get a massive baby boom for 10 years. And we get miners, the first Republicans, the first citizens. So we already move on to our next event, everyone. Well, maybe soon we will. Okay, we're about to get a massive baby boom. Immigration, probably not going to happen yet. And we also have a high birth rate, which is a normal scripted event. And we get to build some artillery off the bat. That's nice. All things are looking great so far. Looks great so far. Nothing to complain about yet, but it's only January 8th. Who knows? Let's go up and wait for this next event. It should be coming. So, like high birth rate plus baby boom plus getting medicine first. We're going for a pop growth build, I guess. Qingqiu will rival China in population. It's possible. It's possible. The primary culture. I just read the event that showed the lore. We are originally a Japanese founded colony. I'm reiterating. A Japanese founded colony who imported Korean and Chinese labourers to work the gold mines but they revolted against Japan and fought and won an independence war not too long ago. And that's what we are. The guy who founded us, pretty much, well, the guy who founded us was called Li Zeng. I'm going to write that down. He founded us, and he was like a scholar. He was interested in poetry, and he named us after a fabled land. That's what I got from that. So now we have the miners. So the first soldiers that rose up against Japan's rule were those belonging to the mining societies, Minecraft players. These societies draw traditions from the Kongxi and Zhurao, and allow universal voting within their assemblies without regard to a person's wealth. Interesting for immigration attraction. However, in order to be a member of the assembly, you have to be a miner. And a miner, not a minor, a miner, okay? And this has resulted in tight bonds being formed within these communities. During the war, they fought tenaciously, and the speed at which the miners were able to mobilize would give them the title of Xifang Jun, or 1 minute armies. Oh, it's a reference. It's the Minutemen. These are the Minutemen. Let's take a note. This could be important later, I don't know. Maybe have to interact with that. Needless to say, their efforts have both made them an integral part of the Confederation and also one of the most feared factions in the halls of government. The Confederal Yuan often has to put exceptions into laws they try to pass in order to try and not upset the miners or harm their interests. Many fear that any attempt to regulate the miner societies could result in a Yi Zhong Fen Jun Jun march on Sanbao. Sorry, what did Yi Fen Jun Jun mean again? Oh yes, I took a note. It means Minutemen. It means Minutemen, okay? Take the notes. Chinese is a very fascinating and beautiful language. Being a Westerner, it's very alien to me. I don't quite understand. It's hard to comprehend. That's why I'm taking notes, okay? So I remember what everything fucking means. I remember that Qingqiu means green hill. I don't know what Zhurao means. And, you know, all that.
Navy encircled.
Start and chat. What is your favorite Chinese food?
Thank you for the $2, Max. What is your favourite Chinese food? I don't know. I've never really been into Chinese food or tried it that much. Sorry. What are those prawn cracker things? Those. Anyway, so the miners, these are the backbone of the revolution. The Minutemen who fought against the Japanese, probably mostly live around the valley. And these are an important, you could say, to use a term from another game, interest group. If DoD fanfork was in Victoria 3, these would be an interest group, and that would be something you have to work with. That's right, John Storm. Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's why we're here. This is a huge update. So they become liberal, and we get new events soon. I'm looking forward to it. I'm into it. We're learning the lore, and we're doing it. This is what DoD fanfork's all about. And of course we're rich because of the fucking mines. Loads of money coming in, even when I'm funding everything. We're building artillery. Okay, the policy towards the natives. This is actually more of a sort of standard thing. How many natives, quote unquote, do we even have? I mean, it's like 3.71%. Maybe we'll conquer more later. I feel like assimilating them. Let's see if we can get assimilation rate on them. Wait. What's Sokonomizu? What's Sokonomizu? That's a whole another culture. Where are they? In Yangcheng. I'm presuming they sound Japanese. They must be Japanese. In Yongcheng. Where's Yongcheng? Yangcheng. They're up north. Okay, they might be a type of native pop actually. They live up north. Mizu means water. That assimilation buff seemed to be global. Yeah, exactly. It's nice. I think it is, yeah. That's also a good reason to take it. Exactly. I mean, we can assimilate fucking Lusitanians and stuff. Let's look and see if we get assimilation on anyone. So the Sukonomizu are assimilating. Boyons are accepted. Kaiganese are not accepted, and some of them are assimilating. Those are Japanese, basically. And some of them are Shinto, of course. So there's some assimilation happening there, which will probably get more. Lusitanians are not assimilating because they have a core. But they might with the plus 50%. Okay, cool. Great stuff. Qingqiu is bigger in this fork, right? If anything, it's actually smaller. I never mentioned this, but if you do actually compare our multiplayer versions, Qingqiu extends all the way up here, including Vancouver Island. Whereas Japanese Kita only comes to Alaska, basically. So technically Qingqiu is actually smaller in this than in our mods. Yeah, John, some people were talking about the Poland Lithuania being bugged or something earlier in the chat as well, so beware. I don't currently have any choice over what factories get built, so let's just give money to the capitalists. We're not getting machine parts. So I think the number one great power is stockpiling them, I don't know. So, you're playing DoD for the first time, what would you recommend for a mid-sized country in order to grow and become a great power? Okay. Mid-sized countries that have potential to grow and become a great power? You can do something, I don't know what version you're playing, but things like Venice, quite challenging. Hungary, looking for mid-countries. Maybe PLC in Russia, maybe? Any American country would be a good one. Would you say that the fork is better than the other versions? Well, those other versions are multiplayer, and this is single player with lore, so it's just different experiences really. I don't think either is better than the other. Okay, we're learning about Li Zhen, which we've noted he is the founder of our country and he's a scholar guy. So let's learn about him, okay? The life of Li Zhen, the great teacher, is that great teacher in Chinese? Is a very remarkable one. A scholar of Mencius, he expanded upon the old master's works and combined it with Enlightenment ideals to create a form of liberalism that focuses on popular sovereignty as the inherent goodness of man. Li Zhen was exiled from his native China to being exiled from Japan to what was then the southern half of Hokkaigan, before finally being confined to a valley that the native Miwok call Yosemite, hoping that it would stop his agitation among the Chinese and Korean labourers. Okay. They exiled him here, all he did was rile up the miners. Imagine naming your son the great teacher and he turns out to actually be a great teacher. Yeah, that's the thing about Chinese names, a lot of them mean real things. Do you think there's an element of self-fulfilling prophecy when you name your kid something? Subconsciously, he kind of just goes towards it. Anyway, so Li Zhen's sudden death in the valley led many to think that the Japanese assassinated him and started the Qingqiu War of Independence. Today, many come to visit his home and his grave to pay homage to him. Because of this, a proposal has been made to the Confederal Yuan. The Confederal Yuan must be the Senate, just from the context, of course, for the government to take direct control of the land in order to stop further development and make the valley into the nation's first national park.
Circled.
Xifang Zhan has received word of resettlement that needs your help. Here I mark it on your
Oh,
map.
that's really funny, Thomas. That's really good. Just to finish this event, so we want to take control of the land and stop further development and make the valley into the nation's first national park. So this is a lot of words to just basically say that we're going to found the Yosemite National Park. Well, and I don't really have any choice, so we're doing that. The first oh, look at what event this is triggering. Opening our first national park triggers the opening of our first synagogue in Sanbao. Thomas, thank you very much for the €5.99. That was a good comment. Okay, let's continue. Let's open the synagogue, everyone. Let's build all the naval bases we can, might as well. let's build some forts up north against the Japanese as well. You know, I have all this money to throw around. We're not getting machine parts, unfortunately, for those factories. Question, feel free to answer if it's not too spoilery. Well, ask away. I don't want spoilers, though. Alright. It really is just the gold pontificator, yeah. Precious goods. Well, is it really? We're also just kind of not in a sphere. We're a pretty developed nation. We're getting a lot from tariffs. We start with pretty decent admin efficiency in a lot of places, you know. And, you know, I think I'm actually going to move on to my clergyman now. And you know, I'm leaning towards just going all out liberal for this, because it's going to be an American playthrough and it'd be great to get reforms in immigration. I think I'm perfectly happy to go down the liberal route and just go for that all the way. It's being set up that way. We haven't seen the other side yet. We haven't seen what the authoritarians have to offer. Question in the chat, is OpenVic2 still being worked on? Yes, it is. They're working away, the GitHub's active. Okay, what is the question here from W? Will we even resave the story of telling highs of the storytelling highs of American bloodbath, or will the Japan series be another lost first two wars and then kept stomping the other side for 32 eps type deal? Well, that's a bit weird and dismissive of the Bavaria series, clearly, and answering that question would just be giving away the whole plot. So it is a bit of a bad question anyway. So let's move on from that. Now, here's the synagogue event, capital city of Sanbao. We don't have a choice, really. It's going to open no matter what. Qingqiu is a land of many peoples and religions, and I'm ready to write notes if I need to. And this is no truer in the capital of Sanbao. However, there was no synagogue until now. Conversos, Spanish Jews who had been forced to convert, had immigrated to the New World despite the laws of blood and the Inquisition threats, creating new homes in the frontier of California. Did this really happen IRL as well? Where authorities were less present. Many of them still retain Jewish practices, and a mystic called Diogo Carvalho founded a Kabbalistic sect aimed at upholding the Jewish faith in secret. When the Japanese defeated the Spanish crown, Diogo renamed himself the Solomon Cohen, and proclaimed to be the Messiah. Cohen, it's Cohen, I've heard that name loads, it's quite a common name. And he proclaimed to be the Messiah. Of course he fucking did. What is he, Hong Xiu Chen? He proclaimed to be the Messiah while collaborating closely with the Japanese. More than happy to sow dissension amongst the defeated to ensure order in California, the new Israel. Through his sheer charisma, Solomon would convert many of the Californian communities despite being denounced by a few rabbis. At last, the Jews of Qingqiu have gathered enough funds with the help of Spinozas from New Amsterdam to build a Sanbao synagogue. Gee, what is going on here? Have I got any of these pops visible in the capital? Oh yes, 801 Lusitanian Jews live in the capital. So we're building a synagogue for them, and we don't have a choice. So there you go. Boom, built. Interesting lore. Understandable, have a good day. Sorry if the question was a bit dismissive, maybe it's editing, but I felt like that place were able to match your skill. Well, thank you, and it's fine, but I don't think the Bavaria series was really about my skill owning loads of people. It was a great alliance effort, and the enemies made... Anyway, let's not get into that. The Bavaria topic is a big topic, but Ronce just annexed those people. Big news. Ronce just annexed the Blackfoot Confederacy in a great act of aggression. Let's play the music again from the start. This is deeply concerning to me. They're really aggressive on my border. I don't like it. My forts are not being built. Yeah, the industry and the resources are going to be a problem for a while. Actually, let's also build up some navy. By the way, I don't really know my Californian geography too well. Or do I? Because Sanbao, the capital of Qingqiu, is this where San Francisco is? I think that's San Francisco, isn't it? IRL. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I do know my Californian geography, apparently. Because I just thought, I know San Francisco has the Golden Gate Bridge, which connects this and this somewhere. What's Qingqiu to the south of that, IRL? Donghai is LA. Yeah, LA, just a little bit to the south. It's also just same city. Okay. I've not passed any reforms yet. Can we... Militancy's not going anywhere at the moment. Confederalism, which is one of the reforms, isn't it? Yeah. We're not getting any militancy right now, but we're getting a baby boom, which is nice. You lied? Who lied? Who lied about what? Which city is what? Enju. Yeah, okay, LA is here. LA is here. Right. Yeah, you gaslit us all. Seattle, I think, is currently owned by Japan. I think that's the one up in this northern state. We've got a nice army, and yeah, I was just also about to build a navy. We can build a couple of transports and a couple of sets of frigates. We've got quite a big navy cap. We've got a few ports and the possibility to build quite a few more. So that's nice. We start off with like 4 naval bases. That's a lot. I was able to build up to my full army cap without any problems. So that's great. I love Qingqiu. It's a great country so far. Everything is working out. We're building the transport slowly. The light blue parts of Qingqiu are some Dominion-style puppets. Any new decisions opening up? Nope. And that is fine. Let's speed through it till we get our next event. Oh, generals. Let's not auto-create. We start off with one general who's quite shit. Is there a feature or flavour you would like to be imported to the multiplayer DoD mods? Good question. Anything from fanfolk that we might like to bring over to the multiplayer stuff? Well, there aren't any like event chains or decisions that would be good, because that would just interrupt multiplayer, which is meant to be a sandbox. We don't really want any like LARP event chains. The Incas are going mental, they always do. There really isn't much. I mean, Muscovy/Russia starts off fine. New formables might just be interesting. There really isn't much that is worth bringing or changing, to be honest. Multiplayer DoD is fine as it is, and this is fine as it is, really, when I think about it. Japan and China could always change. I don't know. It's fine. When you look at the basic map, there isn't that much different anyway, in terms of countries. Obviously China and Japan are a bit different, and Russia's a bit different, but most of the places are the same. Balkanizing the Belgian Alliance like this would just be terrible in multiplayer. It's fine as one country. Maybe keeping Vinland as a Scandinavian Dominion colony might be interesting, but the dynamic of the 3 Arcadian countries is perfect, so best to keep that. So there you go. Andrea, please DM me that on Discord so I remember it and see it properly. I won't be able to really get it now. Why do people get so angry in the MP sessions? Well, that's the fundamental question of Victoria 2 multiplayer, but it's not just Vic 2. People get angry over any game. Any game. Anything. People get angry over everything in life. It's not unique to this. We rolled a shite general. You're really just asking why do people get so angry and toxic in MP sessions, because I'm there to document it. If I wasn't there to document Vic2 multiplayer, it would be like a tree falling in the forest with no one to hear it. No one would see the arguments that people have. It would just happen, so, you know, kind of in a tiny community. Why do you not use autocrate for generals? What's the issue with that? Well, I want to just... When you leave autocreate on, it just switches between admirals and generals. I want to monitor how many generals and admirals I'm creating, because I want to just have more generals to get a better chance of rolling a good general. Maybe 1 or 2 admirals as placeholders. So we have our next event. The Jinshan mines run dry. No, Jinshan mines run dry. That's actually terrible news. It's everything was going so well up until February 21st, 1837. So, without the discovery of gold tier, Qingqiu as it stands would never have come to be. However, we have to change our economy to something else. We have to create Silicon Valley and teach people coding or something. However, in recent years, the output of gold from the mines has been decreasing at an alarming rate. Despite the miners' efforts to find new veins, we have no choice but to announce that the Danshui mountains of the Eastern Valley are now without gold. This has left many miners out of a job and has damaged the local economy. Thatcher has closed the mines. By Thatcher, I mean Mother Nature. Look at the RGO map mode. Two of them are disappearing. We have some. We have one left up in the Northern Valley and one big mine out here past the mountains. It's not all gone. Not all gone. Also, we will be awaiting to see what happens with Gran Colombia. That's going to be really important. You know, if there's no gold here, maybe there's some iron or sulfur instead. Maybe. Sulfur? There's sulfur in Ronst. So, you know, we've got that to look forward to. Oh, there was a meme for Friday's video that I was looking for, but I can't find it anywhere. Do you know that gif of the guy with his arms in the air praying, "Donald Trump, please save me. Donald Trump, please save me"? I've seen a Chinese version of that with the Qing Emperor fucking clothes on, but I can't find it anywhere. Does anyone have that? And I'll put it in the video on Friday, probably. Although, so far, Friday's video already has fucking amazing stuff in it already. It already has great memes, but it'll have even more if we find this. Where would I send it? Send it to me on Discord, please, if you're on my Discord. Anyway, the Yeosong massacre. Sorry, we got a massacre here. Oh my god. The province of Buyeo in the northern part of Qingqiu is named after the ancient Korean kingdom and is predominantly settled by people of Korean heritage. Out of all the provinces, the Buyoyans are the most fiercely protective of their land and fear the return of the Japanese, as they know they will be the front line. This fear of the Japanese frequently manifests in the forms of attacks on the Kaiganese community. Of course it does. People of Japanese descent in Qingqiu. Just recently, a confirmed spy for the Japanese Empire was discovered and lynched in Yeosong. The suspicion that there could be more spies in Yeosong drove a mob to attack a small Kaiganese enclave, which has left many innocent Kaiganese dead. Unfortunately, anti-Japanese sentiment is somewhat common throughout the country as many seek some form of revenge against the government of Japan by targeting people of Japanese ancestry. Terrible. Even though lynching is still a rare occurrence, no one is surprised that such an event has occurred, and there is little sympathy for the victims outside of the liberals in the country. The Yeosong massacre has happened. So all pops in Yeojo, which is right on the border, all the Kaiganese pops in Yeojo has decreased by 1%, and Already that's just 9% of 20.68k. Can we do the math here? 1% of 9% of 20.68k have died. How many people died? Do the math, chat. About 100. It's not many pops in a Victoria 2 scale of things. But in real people, if it was real people, that's horrible. As Stalin said, the death of 2,000 pops is a statistic, but the death of 8 people is a tragedy. I don't. Anyway, let's kill them. Boom, they're dead. I mean, it's fun. The event is like, oh, this tragedy happens, but when you click the event yourself, it feels like you're killing them. No, I'm not. I would reject such a horrible thing. Spoiler alert, but you might hear this song in Friday's video from this soundtrack. A guy in chat called J. Jonah Jagerson. Get me pictures of an encircled navy! Okay, everything's going along nicely, we're building up fine, clergymen are being encouraged, it's all progressing nicely. So we're waiting to see what the next event has in store. It's 20 pops, 20 pops. Andrea might have found the meme. Yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Thank you, we've got it, I got that. Someone else also got it and posted it in memes channel. Yeah, we got 2 versions. Great. Thanks, guys. Speaking of music, did you use the soundtrack of Shogun 2 Total War in the episode? Yeah, of course I did. Yeah. It's obviously just, it has to be a staple of the whole series. It's very nice. Very great so far, the Wiki. Very great. This is Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. Which, by the way, is by the same guy who did various Total War soundtracks anyway. Jeff Dyke. Let's build a couple of mana wars. Let's absolutely guarantee that we'll beat the Japanese Navy whenever it rears its ugly head and attacks Hawaii. I played Spain and Colombia in this mod, but when does the Gran Colombia versus Spain war actually break out again? I can't remember. Feels like 1838 rings a bell. You know, in reality what's happening here is that Colombia and Spain are basically still at war, but there was a brief truce at the start of the game, and then we'll be back at war again for the Independence War. Cobalon, what will be the first war? Are there events that guide one way or another? Yeah, it's just going to be through events, because you saw earlier we have manual war justification blocked. We're not allowed to even declare our own wars, but even if we were allowed to, I wouldn't anyway, because I just want to be guided by the lore, by the events. Here we go. Dayan and the Shijiao. We're going to be writing some notes here. Okay. Shijiao Christianity, or the religion of harmony. Oh shit, this is Taiping, isn't it? Could this be the Taiping people? Shijiao Christianity, or the religion of harmony, are refugees that came from China around the 1780s. In 1811, the Shijiao to head east past the mountains to a promised land of gold and silver, taking a number of miners with them, who took it literally. They named their new land Dayan, which, like the name Qingqiu, comes from the Shanhai Qing. Tenet-wise, the Shijiao believe that the Virgin Mary is in fact Wu Shen Lao Mu, the heavenly mater, or one who creates the world and the gods. One day she sent her son Jesus to the Middle East so as to save men's souls. Okay. Oh no, it's Taiping. Later she would send another son, Jesus' brother, to China to found the Shijiao and bring salvation to all mankind. Okay, we must take a note on that. I think typing Christianity in the religions tab in the game is some kind of placeholder. It's not officially renamed. It should be called Shijiao Christianity in this timeline, I believe. Okay, we got our note. So Shijiao is an earlier form of typing Christianity which was created in like the 1780s and came over. Arlek, who works on the mod, says correct. Yeah, I feel like looking at the religions earlier gave us a bit of a taste of what was to come. We were like, oh, Taiping, what? It's here? What's that going to be? But here we go. Yeah, exactly, W. That's exactly what I've been thinking as well. It's not only is it cool to exist in DoD, the typing thing as a southern country, but it's also like really interesting for the gameplay. It creates that dynamic of Qing, Taiping, and Japan in multiplayer. Alright. But, you know, the typing stuff, it really doesn't have anything to do with Mormons, though. Mormon is not the right comparison. This is, you know, this is different. This is Taiping from the Taiping Heavenly Kingdom coming to America via Chinese colonization. So, what's happening here? Even though Dayan participates in our democracy, they still adhere to a hierarchy, with the church leading their followers and the Mountain King leading the church. Nice. So Dayan is at the Heavenly Council of Dayan, which is actually the central areas, the valley of the mines. No, sorry, no. The Dayan Heavenly Kingdom is a little bit over from the valley. So we got the coastline, which is like the capital, the Japanese, the diverse areas. We got the valley, which is miners with the liberal councils. The Minutemen, remember? Take the note. Minutemen are in the valleys, and I need to expand on the notes to show where they are. I think. I need to expand on the notes here. Dayan participates in our democracy and they still adhere to a hierarchy with the church leading the followers. What kind of people are they? They're about to get a nice assimilation rate and pop growth for 10 years in that region, which is nice. Well, I don't know, they're not like liberals or anything, but they live in, well, I don't know what you'd call this region anyway. We'll just leave that, it's fine. It's like Nevada, yeah. Anyway, so they're getting a nice little boost there. Getting some pop growth. Culture-wise, how do the cultures really impact this? We've been learning about different political and religious factions in the country, but I don't really know the difference between Valley and Qingqiu, and I can't remember how that came into it. Is that an intentional typo there, Gavin, calling them the morons? Valian are Catholic Native Americans, right. Maybe mixed as well. Okay. Let's spawn a good general. Oh, he's terrible. He looks a bit suspiciously like my other shit general, but he's also useless. I think these notes are genuinely useful and important to learn the lore, because there's a lot of stuff dumped at you and you have to remember it. Valians are natives and the former mission's population in the region. Of course, can't forget that we do have the synagogue and the Jewish population in Sambal as an event for them. Okay, California and the Lusitanians, here we go. The southern half of Qingqiu was first claimed by the Spanish as the territory of California. But we came along and turned this into an alternate history timeline. So the Spanish hadn't colonized much of the northern portion outside of the Catholic missions, but it's a substantial population of Lusitanians settled in the far south starting in the 17th century. Yeah, these ones here. They would become part of Qingqiu following the last Spanish-Japanese War. This population would fluctuate throughout the 1820s as Lusitanian freedom fighters fled Spanish colonies, only to cross the border a few years later to start the fight again. In fact, the current caudillo of Lusitania, Deodoro Peixoto, was born in Xintian, which I'm hovering over right now, or as the locals call it, Santa Catarina. Travel across our southern border between Qingqiu and Colombian Lusitanian populations has left the concept of the border as being more of a suggestion. There have been concerns that our neighbours in the south may use the Lusitanians in our country to try and claim Greater California. However, there have been no tension with them, so this seems like it is no concern yet. Okay. The next event is about the Valaeans, so we're about to learn exactly what I was just asking about. With this level of literacy we have in the country, I'm honestly satisfied with 2% clergy. And also, more good news, we're getting some machine parts in. We're building some factories. Not necessarily good factories that I'd like to build, but anything will do until we have the choice. Right. More of the mines are closing. This is very bad news. This is terrible. Oh no. Can we get a salute in the chat from channel members? And if you're not a channel member, join today or gift them so that many other people can enjoy the great emotes. It appears that the end of the Jinshan mines was but the first domino for the end of gold mining. The Jinhe region served as another popular gold mining site. However, just like the Jinshan mines, they too have run dry. The end of the mines has now cast doubt over the future of gold mining in our country, and the gold fever that once drove people to our country in the mountains has subsided. The gold miners, as a result, are becoming increasingly concerned about not only their future, but also their political standing. Because most local societies are based on the Kongsi idea of governance, if the miners were to try and find another career prospect, then they would lose the societal standing that they once had. Regardless, the loss of the mines has destabilised the economy in the mountains, and many are leaving the region to try and find mines that are still running. Okay. So Daohui is next. I lose my baby boom in the whole country. And then various things happen after that. But not only are the gold mines running dry, the only gold mine we have left is over here. And just as a reminder, this is part of the Dayan area, so these are the Taiping. This is the Taiping gold mine. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea now because I'm running dry. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Hope you're enjoying so far. I'm loving this. I love getting into a good DoD fanfork playthrough. So I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Right, everyone, I'm back. Okay, here we are. The music right after you left, what a shit. What happened with the music? Let's continue. Let's get some more lore. I kept thinking about that name, J. Jonah Jaegerson. It's really good. Anyway, so what's going on here? The city of Sanbao lies within the northwest coast of a great bay, which also bears its name. We're learning about San Francisco. The city was a microcosm of the supposed idea behind the Qingqiu Confederation. Here, Europeans, Asiatics, Jews, and various Christians live side by side. However, it would be a stretch to say that they live together, as each group tends to live separately in their own neighbourhood. A lot of cities were like that in the 19th century, especially in the Levant things, Ottomans. I hear a lot about cities having quarters. Istanbul, Constantinople had its Armenian quarter, Greek quarter, all these sorts of things. Izmir. Loads of cities were like that in the 19th century and before that. So, me and my aide Poma stayed in the Spanish neighbourhood, which the locals jokingly called Saubao. That's Portuguese, mate. Quick correction. After seeing how the groups interact with one another, it's clear that their society is not homogenized like that of soup in a melting pot, and is instead more like the vegetables in a salad bowl, where all these different distinct elements are thrown together. I am doubtful that such a society as it stands will last, and in the event of a serious crisis it may collapse in on itself, as each group will struggle for their own benefit. Oh, that's the Anvers guy. I remember this guy. This guy tours the entire America and shits on every damn country he goes through. Criticised everything. He shat on Bjornia when we played it. He shat on Colombia. He shat on Plantagenia. What a dick. That's Hugh Chauncey, the Anvers journalist. It could also be a great bit of foreshadowing from the storytellers, though. Oh yeah, you're right, Ethan, that's right. You're right about that. Spanish is Portuguese. There's little crossover, there's little difference in this. Spanish and Portuguese are synonymous because Castile united with Portugal instead of Aragon, creating the Spanish culture. Yeah, I played Spain. Also note, oh shit. Oh my god. Also notice how we're losing money now with all the gold mines closing. So, you know, we lost the baby boom, we lost the gold. So there's two things happening at the same time here. Let's deal with this one first because it's just some pops going. As mines are being opened throughout the country, whole towns are constructed around them to provide shelter, commerce, as well as some form of government facilities. With the mines having run dry, we are seeing multiple towns becoming abandoned as communities move to try and find opportunities elsewhere. All that is left are the buildings of these towns with no living soul in sight, ghost towns. Leaving many to call them, yeah, oh, I just said, yeah. There's many real cases of this in America, aren't there, ghost towns. Unfortunately, this means that many towns that once served as stops for travellers making their way east have disappeared. Overall, this has resulted in a rush of people moving to the cities, leaving whole sections of land depopulated and people desperate to find work. So, Dieshan is here, used to be a gold mine. Life rating goes down, people are moving out of it. Okay. And Jinzhuang. Two former gold mines. There and there. Immigration push. No life rating. Okay, someone is fucking marching on Sanbao, so we're about to have some crazy stuff going on here. K.I.Fu is marching on us. Discontent with the miners is at a boiling point, and now one of the mining societies led by K.I.Fu has announced a march to demand that the Confederation help the miners. You! Politicians, government, put more gold in the ground for us to mine! What the fuck? So, From what we know, Ki Fu was a Plantagenian adventurer born Claire Evrard. However, when he came to Qingqiu, he settled in Jinhe and was able to ingratiate himself with the local population and mining society, taking the name Ki Fu in order to fit in better. Okay, note time. Note time. Ki Fu is a Plantagenian who integrated into Qingqiu society as a miner. So there you go. Let them eat gold. Let them eat a cup of solid gold. Proposals. Wait, despite being a foreigner, his men look up to him and are willing to follow him wherever he goes. Okay. This could be the authoritarian strongman guy. I don't know. We'll see. So, despite being... Okay, I read that. Proposals have been made to mollify this protest. First, we could extend the privilege of voting to allow anyone who was a miner to be able to vote anywhere. However, this will surely anger some people in our government. Second, we could subsidise their relocation to mines in Buyeo and the valley, which should placate them, while on the other hand angering the locals. We could also ignore the miners' demands, however there is no telling what the miners would do once they reach Sanbao, especially as many of them are also part of miner militias. Right, I'd love to see what happens if I deny them and make them angry, but I think I want to go liberal and I want to increase the voting reforms. Yeah, a white boy is yeah, great storyline. They should make a film about this guy and call it The Last Samurai. No, it's that sort of theme of film though. Anyway, so we can relocate the miners from the valley up to Korea, which feels like it would just piss them off, but would it open up new mines up there? Don't know. You have coal. They're mining coal up there. Well, that's actually on the Japanese side. But anyway, my approach is I'm going to use this to increase some voting rights. Can you check the newspapers every now and again? I never look at these. These are just generic placeholder stuff. But I'll open one just for you. Have a good read. Have a good read. You can read this before the next event comes on the screen. Squaring our territory is under intellectual assault by the modernity of the Western world. Well, that's actually some interesting info, I guess. They actually became civilized, the squaring our territory. So maybe it is useful to read that now and again. Goryogon. It's Goryogon. That's the Korean name of Oregon. So crazy things are happening in Scandinavia. This could have great ramifications on the price of fish in Vinland. Okay, here we go. After we guaranteed that miners would continue to hold their right to vote, many decided to settle in Sanbao and Yingzhou, as they were already on the march towards the area. Well, we were already going over there. We might as well just stay. However, as the prospect of finding a new living has not panned out for many of the former miners living in the cities, they have resorted to selling whatever they own to try and make ends meet. This has unfortunately now resulted in them selling their pickaxes to the highest bidder, which has swayed the election a few districts already. The main buyers of these votes are the wealthy merchants who are pushing for more conservative politicians who would not threaten the merchants' wealth and would serve as a useful tool during any debate in the yuan. This has had a terrible backfiring effect. These liberal miners went into the city and sold their votes to conservative merchants. Isn't it normally the other way around? Anyway, I mean, isn't it normally the merchants who are liberal and miners who are really fucking conservative? Like stuck in their ways. Anyway, since we expected that only propertied people would be able to vote, there is no law on record regarding buying votes, which means that this immoral practice is technically legal. As a result, these merchants are slowly becoming veritable kingmakers in their cities, and whole political processes are starting to revolve around a wealthy few. So Sanbao gets pop growth from this though, which is nice. It's a nice effect. The people are moving, the miners are moving in and increasing the pop growth in the Sanbao, the region and the city, I guess. So that's good. It's actually Yingtu, Yingzhou and Sanbao. Okay, actually, the southern side of the city, which is called Yingzhou and Sanbao. There you go. So, we can see where this is leading. There's going to be some political machinations going on. The 400th year of the Inca Empire. That's happening. But when is the Gran Colombia versus Spain war happening? I wonder. The rise of bandit miners. Oh, they're going crazy. I think this approach to the miner problem has backfired, but I think each choice would have backfired in its own way as well. If I set them up to Goryogon, they would have really pissed off the Koreans and caused problems up there. If I just ignored them, they would have fucking cooed my government. And now that I've done this, they're becoming bandits. So, the closing of the mines throughout Qingqiu has greatly displaced mining society throughout that country. Many have tried to find new jobs outside of the mining profession, while some have tried to see if they could join the mines of Bio. Some of them tried to sit the imperial examination. You know, I wonder how that went. So, some still went up north. The Buyoyans were either reluctant to allow the miners to join in, or outright hostile and forced the miners to leave at the threat of violence. Out of desperation, it appears now that some miners have settled for banditry instead of mining, and are targeting communities along the Boyayan Valley and border. Buyoyan militias have been trying to hunt down these bandit miners, but their track record so far has been spotty, with allegations that militias have been targeting communities that have no ties to the bandits. While there have been calls for direct intervention, the whole idea has been stuck in deadlock in the Yuan over various issues, such as what size the force should be, who should lead it, and how it should conduct itself, how it will be paid, and if it's really needed. Spain might have just elected to skip the invasion and keep what they have. It's possible indeed, yeah. But I know that there's a buffer period before they do it. I don't know when the cut-off point is. 1830s roof Koreans are actually defending Korean communities up north from the valleys, banditries. So banditry is going along. So there are actually some Korean communities in the northern valley, and the banditry has spread to this region, Tanggu, and the northern valley. There you go. Hey, maybe some militancy would be nice anyway. I'm going to hold an election. You know, I'll try and sway people a bit more liberal, if I can. Oh god, what now? Pirates of the Pacific Northwest. Oh god. When the mines started to run dry, all eyes were focused on the plight of the miners. But one community that one realised would also be impacted was that of maritime merchants. As valuable ore decreased in quantity, the sailors responsible for shipping the ore to other countries, many sailors who were from the South China Sea, also found themselves out of a job. Desperate to provide for their communities, the sailors decided to follow the path of the bandit miners and have decided to take up piracy. Don't pirate anything, chat. Do not pirate games. Terrible. Due to the heavy naval presence around Sanbao and the lack of naval trade in the south, these pirates normally operate in the northern part of the country. Attempts have been made to combat the pirates, but so far these attempts have been unsuccessful, as few are former pirates who are applying their old skills against our unprepared Coast Guard. What? As the issues mount, many are starting to wonder if the Confederation can truly protect them. It's all Everything is becoming a crisis. We got pirate modifiers up north now. It's terrible. It's terrible. Things are terrible. Things are terrible. Is the new CK3 DLC out yet? Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I've seen loads of videos of this new CK3 DLC where you can play as unlanded people. But if I've only seen videos about it, maybe it's because it's just content creators getting it early. So I don't know if it's actually out. Fuck knows. Lost a job and became a bandit seems realistic to me. Have you ever heard of China? If you look at Chinese history, it's like 90% banditry, apparently. All sorts of rebellions, bandits. Anyway, the organization of Tai Chi Gang. Okay, we got a new note coming up, I think. In Chinese, Tai Chi is an old term that refers to Europe, and in Qingqiu, a Tai Chi refers to European immigrants. Okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's a bad one. It's another bad thing. Oh no. But a good thing is that Sharon has gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. The memberships, memberships don't... Oh, there you go. There's a wee alert there. Great stuff. New slur for white people just dropped. Tai Chi, but what does it mean? Yeah. There isn't really any way of knowing what it means unless you use the Chinese characters, because syllables like Tai and Shi in Chinese probably could mean like 20 different things in different contexts, so I don't know. Anyone in chat who knows Chinese could tell us what Tai Chi actually means?
I think we're all out of sync, aren't we?
So people in the chat are really praising the new CK3 DLC. Sounds good. Sounds very good. I would maybe play it, but the last time I played some CK3 Game of Thrones, it didn't really gather much interest at all. Nobody really watched it, so I'll give it a miss, I guess. This is Xi with an X, as in Xi Jinping, not SH. So anyway, they tend to band together, form strong bonds and live in their own communities, and will take great measure to protect their community. However, as the reverberations of the mine closures, it's more mine closure reverberations. Tai Chi means pale thug. Oh, nice. Okay, that is a good slur. Wow. Pale thugs, I like it. We're taking notes on that. Wait, no, oh, trust me, bro. Oh, you're lying, aren't you? You're lying. Tai Chi means far west. How can I trust anyone in chat? How can I trust anyone in chat? So, the poorer Tai Chi communities have started committing more illicit activities to survive. This has reached a point where some of these Tai Chi gangs are engaging in schemes like smuggling or charging businesses for fake licenses and fees to operate inside some cities. Oh, terrible. The mines closed and the country went down the gutter. It's so true. So true. You know, when the game started and you were making all that money and everything was great, I think that was meant to lull you into a false sense of security so you could really feel the downfall in the next couple of years. Alright, I know this is not a great source, but maybe we could consult Google Translate. Hold on a sec. Okay, right, let's see. This is not a great source. I mean, you know, how you need to know the characters, you need to know the symbols. This could mean anything. Don't even know what tone it is. Don't even know the tones. T-I-C. What does it mean? Nothing.
Tai Chi.
It's garbage until you know the thingies. No. No, we can't even turn it into symbols. This doesn't work. Someone in chat says what they are. Let's copy that. Alright. Okay, progress, look. Copied from chat. Try chat GPT? Nah.
太息
Hi, she. Dropping tone. High tone. But what does it mean? How do you... Wait, it doesn't say what it means. Is this simplified or traditional? It doesn't say what it means in Google Translate. Maybe if we split the... Oh, it means Thailand, of course. Far west, far west.
泰国
Thai with that tone actually does mean Thai, as in the country. Far west, Yuan Shi.
远西
This is, you see, you cannot translate Chinese as you can pop other languages into Google Translate. It's a completely different system, a completely different way of thinking.
Navy and circled.
Taishi can be translated to the West Thai Grand Shi West, but there are many characters to sound Taishi, which would mean a lot of other things.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you very much for the $5 Canadian. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's just, you know, there's lots of different characters it could be. But it means far west. It means Western people. And they are now new bandits. A new set of bandits just dropped. What's this? Another immediate thing. Adding to the wide collection of people in Qingqiu are the Valayans, a broad group of mostly Catholic native peoples. Okay, note. Taishi are bandits, of course, got to note that. Alright. So, we got an... Please don't be a problem. Well, they're militant, which is good. Anyway, so... A broad group of mostly Catholic native peoples after the last Spanish-Japanese War. So, when Japan owned Qingqiu as a colony, they fought a war with Spain to take more of it, you know, back when Japan owned it. It's a bit like the French and Indian War. The 13 colonies were under British rule. The British fought a war against the French, and then 13 colonies became independent. It's kind of like that here. The Japanese fought a war against Spain, and then the colonies became independent. Anyway, so due to the extremely precarious situation the missions found themselves in, they were forced to work with the native peoples of the region, which forced them to focus only on proselytizing the word of God while the Catholic natives would settle around the missions. However, recently Chinese immigrants have started to settle in the valley and are starting to encircle mission. They're encircling it. That's an interesting choice of words. They're encircling the missions. And there are some cases preventing the Valayan communities from growing. Valayan delegations have asked that we designate land around the missions as protected for Valayan community to settle on. Despite this plea, the Yuan has done nothing to help the Valayans. So the Valayans are militant. There's going to be another controversy next. Did you enjoy that controversy? Refill your militancy. You'll love this next one. Militancy is good though. I want that. Anyway, we're about to get medicine, which is fantastic. I rolled my first Admiral and he's pretty good. Defense is difficult to use against the AI, but it's a good Admiral. And I'm thinking for my next tech, what I would do is actually wait an entire year-ish to get ideological thought first. Very, very important. So I'm going to do that. Spud, do you think 1 RGO per province is a better system than current victory resource building system? Well, interesting question. I like Victoria 2 system, of course. It's great. I love the way it works. It might be simplified. It might, putting 1 RGO to an entire province might be a simplification. It doesn't make too much sense. Gotta restart the music, hold on. But in gameplay terms, it's great. It's simple and straightforward. Each province is one thing. If you want more of a thing, you conquer the province that it has. It's good. Victoria 3 system is also fine. I don't hate it. Victoria 2 could also have systems where you could have more than 1 RGO in a province and it would be fine. I'm pretty open-minded on that whole mechanic. In terms of being a great power or not, I would definitely like to be a great power myself as Qingqiu here so that I can sphere other countries for resources, because no great power is sphering me. Oh, sure. You want to see more of the map? I can certainly oblige. The Japanese Hokkaigan thingy has colonized some inland stuff. I've noticed that. Would there ever be a reason to go for Liberal parties in Vic 2 MP? I don't know. Anyway, let's not get into too much mechanic stuff, and especially let's not get into Vic 3 stuff. Anyway, the Bugyeong. The Bugyeong. What's it called? Bugyeong or Bugyeong? Bugyeong. Anyway, whatever this is, there's a fortress controversy. Let's explore this controversy. Let's do a drama video about it. Buyeo recently commissioned a new fortress in the north part of Baishan province. What is Buyeo? The Republic of Buyeo. Okay, it's the decentralized Korean government part of Qingqiu. Alright. Buyeo is the Korean part of Qingqiu. Do I need to note that? Or is it something that's probably just too basic? It's something so fundamental, I should probably just easily remember that. It's fine. Right. They commissioned a fortress in the north part around Bugyeong. Where's Bugyeong? It's not really even marked on the map. Anyway, the fortress is quickly coming under controversy for two reasons. The first reason is that many feel that the money went into the building of the fortress could have been better spent tackling the bandits, pirates or gangs. The Buyeo government says that the fortress will help with the bandit issue. Of course it would. But due to its position so far north, it's clear that it was made to guard against the Japanese, not some bandits. Well, I was looking for the province has to be here somewhere. Like, there aren't that many places. No, it doesn't exist. It's like a fictional... It's a city that's not marked on the map, clearly. But they're talking about it. Second is that funds from the Confederate government were used in the construction, which has annoyed the South, who feel that the cash could have been better served developing the area. Not only that, but there are allegations that some of the money has disappeared, possibly into some government officials' pockets. While many may question the funding for the fort, many still understand that it is still important for our defences and that the Buyeo population seem extremely pleased by the new fort. Okay, good. And the city in question was actually in... Now hold on a minute. I already have a level 2 fort here and I'm upgrading to level 3? What? Really? I'm gaining a level of fort. Did I? Jesus. What? How am I able to build these levels of forts? What's going on? Yeah, the option will reveal the province. It's in Fukio. How did I... Am I getting a level 4 fort here? Okay. And by the way, I'm noticing a lot of my border with Japan here is blue bordered, which means this is a choke point. It is a mega fortress, fucking hell. Support the liberal parties. Actually, no, do one plurality. Building our PDM horse factories, of course. Let's make people like laissez-faire because it's liberal. Alright, well, what's the next crisis going to be then? It really seems like Spain and Colombia are not fighting. I don't know what implications that will have. I wonder if Gran Colombia may still balkanize and collapse on its own. We'll have to see. How's Europe going? It's pretty normal. Piedmont, Bavaria, things are happening. Poland pulled back from some of its puppets. Back in China, things are stable so far. Nothing much has changed in Japan and Korea. It's all fine. Okay, all good. Zorao is still 3 different places. Looking at the Vic3 DoD mod, and it is different from this one or the Vic2 MP one, and now I feel lost. It's true. Victoria 3's DoD is actually somewhat based on the fan fork, which is this, by the way. So anyway, yeah, there's base DoD, base DoD. The multiplayer mods that I play are more like base DoD. There's also a modern, up-to-date HPM version of DoD, which is kind of standard DoD. Yeah, that's right, Arlick, it is a hybrid, yeah. They have taken a lot of lower influences from the fan fork. So, we've got a new character here. The Rise and Fall of Yang Futing. Is he worth writing a name? No, it says we already have our note. Consult the notes. He's alright, this is the Hawaiian guy. See, if I didn't write the notes, I would have fucking forgot that this was the guy. This was the leader of Hawaii. Right, so what's happened to him? Yang Futing is a well-renowned war hero during the Qingqiu's war. Wait, it's Qingqiu's now? I thought it was Qingqiuan. I thought it was Qingqiuan. Now it's Qingqiu's? Get your Latin suffixes right on this Chinese name. Anyway, the youngest of all the generals in the war, he successfully repulsed Japanese attempts to subdue Qingqiu, and for all this, he was given the title of Yuan Shuai, or Marshal, placing him as the head of the army. Yang would leverage his popularity from the war to enter politics, and in 1819, he became first speaker of the Confederal Yuan. His policies as first speaker was best summarised from a line in his inauguration speech. "We have made Qingqiu. It is now time to make the Qingqiuese." And he was ousted because he got it wrong, because they're actually called the Qingqiuans. To this end, he worked towards strengthening the central government as well as attacking groups he considered to be Qingqiuese. Eventually, this sparked a large popular uprising against Yang. In the end, Yang fled with some of his supporters to Hawaii, which he conquered and renamed Fang Hu. I just love the matter-of-fact way that this is telling the lore. This feels like an actual Chinese history lesson, you know, like an old Chinese history book of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms going, General Fang He killed 5,000 enemies in single combat and then created a kingdom to the south. I love it. Anyway, even now the Marshal Fang Hu still claims to be the rightful leader of Qingqiu. However, it is unlikely that he will ever be able to return without outside help. Well, we all know that that is setting up a way to return him to be the leader, don't we? We know where that's potentially going. This is like a new Cowboy King situation. I feel like he's probably a more nationalistic populist leader, whereas I'm going for a more democratic liberal approach to get immigration, so maybe we won't go for him yet, but that just creates a lot of replayability, doesn't it? I shall return. So Hawaii is just Taiwan. Good perspective, yes. How do you prioritise the factory building question? The only way that you can influence what capitalists decide to build is some national focuses here, but people don't really use these. You're better off building your own factories if and when you can. I mean, if you are playing a democracy like the USA and you can never choose your factories, maybe you should try using some of these national focuses. If you want military factories, encourage Armaments Factory. Okay, right. By the way, I am saving research points for ideological thought. Just so you know. Hey, just as I was saying that, someone commented, I knew it was coming. I knew it. If I hover over, you can see that I am stockpiling and I am accumulating research points. Shit is hitting the fan in Europe, apparently. Scandinavia is at war with Bohemia. Got to remember that I can of course spectate anything in single player by just debugging Fog of War. Nothing wrong with that. Bronze factories and gunpowder factories are pretty good. What is the research point cap? I do believe it's 1 year worth of research points. 1 year. What's that orange micronation? Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down looking at Germany? But this one is just Mecklenburg, it's just... Well, this is what Scandinavia and Bohemia are fighting over, apparently in the lore. We got terrible generals here. The Scandinavians have a defense general attacking, and the Bohemians have an attack general defending. Oh, it's all fine now. I think Bohemia wins that, but yeah, Bohemians winning. Bohemians winning. Although the Scandies have a typical AI strategy of moving a big stack behind the line. Why not research points if it isn't for the education phase? Yeah. I prefer ideological thought for the national focus and the plurality, which gives research points. But yeah, positivism is fine, and you know, you could have easily gone for that. Yes, you're right. Shit, General. It's just as well we don't have any early wars, because I get time to maybe roll a good general. Maybe. Will you actually get the national focus? Great question. Great question. No. But you know, maybe I'll get it later. When I have more pops, it's fine. Are you getting immigrants? No. Fucking no one is. Amazonia is. Land of Opportunity. This pops for 20 years. Is it? It's probably not worth doing that right now until I get a bit more chance of getting immigrants. This would be good because I can get prestige, which will get me towards great power. Bionia is getting immigrants actually. I think when I played Bionia, I got a spell of immigration early, then I never got them again. Scandi is winning now. Oh, it's 1840. Oh shit, do it. I'm doing it anyway. Actually, I probably at that point should have done idealism. But anyway, who cares? It's only a comfy single player run. I'm not out here try-harding against, well, the war ended. Against players. Milan is fucked. The crown colony of Vinland has gone crazy. They're probably going to be independent soon. Let's just play with Fog of War off the whole time. Oh. Okay, here we are. We got some more bad news and angry people. What's new? The Toyota clan, well known for making cars, were once the daimyo in charge over the lands of Qingqiu. The Toyota welcomed Li Zhen, who, according to the note, is the founder scholar guy. They welcomed him into the domain and were interested in his ideas. However, later the Toyota begrudgingly followed Japan's orders and confined Li Zhen. The death of Li Zhen caused the country to enter full revolt and Japan had to send troops, thus costing Toyota the title of daimyo. Oh, that's quite sympathetic. As Japan lost control, the Toyota began negotiations with Qingqiuan leaders, where the Toyota agreed to be neutral in exchange for protection over their holdings. Their wealth and later a non-voting seat in the yuan. Okay. This ruined Japan's supply situation in the north and helped with Japan's defeat. They betrayed their own people. Whoa. Okay, Toyotas. They betrayed their own mother country. Okay. What do we feel about that, chat? Do we like them? They might be in Qingqiu and we might want to make the best of them, but they betrayed Japan. Ooh. Would they not just betray us for a few quid as well? Anyway, the Toyota clan only once spoke up in the political scene by criticising the anti-Japanese speech by former First Speaker Yan Futing, who we have a note on. However, Yang would then allege that they were conducting insider trading, and the resulting uproar forced the clan to instead finance politicians. The candidates of the Toyota Fund form the Hokkaiganese lobby, who advocate for Hokkaiganese rights and to bring
and
to light the contributions.
Spatboom. I am back.
Well, welcome back, Mexican Shawarma. It's great to see you again. Thank you for the $2. Let's add a note on that, shall we? Remember the Toyota clan. Okay, the Toyota clan. So they're conservative and they're angry. And we're moving on to the next thing. They tried to follow the scholar teaching as much as they could, so they are fine. They're good guys from the perspective of Qingqiu, although they're interfering in our politics and being rich people supporting the conservatives. What's not spoken in the event is that the emperor executed all of the Toyota's family who were home in Japan at that point. Oh, we're not getting their side of the story. That's some added needed context. Probably useful to push for eventual Hokkaiganese acceptance. Good point. The Bjornian Inca War, well, that's always a classic to spectate. We always love looking at this one, so we'll go down here in the background. The Toyota knew that they were basically going to be ordered to commit seppuku or executed, so they went nah. Fair enough. Oh, Bjornia looks tight. Well, actually, yeah, they could maybe pull off a great victory. But the Incas are strong. They're always strong in DoD fanfork. By the way, I saw this posted. The provinces and regions of Bjornia have been reworked and reshaped. Look at it. And, oh yeah, they renamed Camelot to Nazareth. They renamed that. Bjornia might be worth another playthrough later because they've changed a few things. I think they've added more stuff. And maybe, just maybe, they will add RGOs to make it viable. Maybe. Yeah, we hit 1 million pops.
Navy encircled.
Spot. You are not researching. Tweet take a research. Stud. You research is lost.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon, for the $5 Canadian. And yeah, no comment. You know, I forgot to mention this, but we had a few good multiplayer Vic2 streams over the past month. I went in and substituted as the Netherlands in a shark multiplayer game, and I came in at the end to have some good Great War experience. And then I ended up fighting one of the best Great Wars maybe I've ever seen on streams. It just didn't get too many views because it was just substituting in a campaign that didn't have much interest. But for those who did catch it, they're saying it's one of the best wars they've ever seen. So if you're interested, you can always check out the VODs on the Spudgun archives. I'd recommend it. All in all, I ended up having 3 sessions as the Netherlands in that campaign. And the last 2 of those sessions were all taken up by the entire second Great War of that campaign, which was an epic Great War. A great Navy Great War. Check out the VODs for that if you're interested. But I don't know, I don't have any plans for any more multiplayer streams for the next near future, so I'm coming back to some good old DoD fanfork for now. So enjoy those multiplayer streams. And I also substituted one in the Reno game, which was kind of a fun session that had a decent war in the last hour. But that's another one-off, and it was good. Does the native country have any content in this fork? Well, the Incas have huge amounts of content. I don't know, I don't think But I mean, actually, I just don't know. I don't know how much content the Skrelingers and Rollist have. Rollist only has 66k pops. Oh, I wondered why there was a battle plan word here. Is there going to be a battle? There's not going to be a battle. Nothing ever happens. Come on, Bionia. Battle 15th? 14th? No, no battle. Nothing happens. He walks into a mountain and took fucking attrition. Bad move, Donald Campbell. The army is entirely infantry. The Atlanteans have joined Amazonia and gone to war with Lotharingia. We've got another amazing South America war to spectate. At this point, Dean, I can't say. I don't know. Republican, Mengzists, and Kushi. We got more notes to take. Okay. There are many political factions in Qingqiu, but the one that has been gaining popularity are the Republican Mengzists. As opposed to the other Mengzist factions, they propose a reform of the Confederation to strengthen the executive branch while granting more political freedom. Okay, I'm instantly in favour of them. The Republican Mengzists, that's who we want. Yeah, sounds good. The scope of this reform varies among members of the Republican Mengzists, as some want to retain the confederal nature while others want to do away with it and embrace a federal form of government. The leader of this faction is Ku Shi, a young and upcoming politician who recently came back from a tour of the valley where he appealed to the concerns of the Valayans in regards to the land dispute. His tour was a massive success, as unlike many in his party, even though he favours the ideal of a federal Qingqiu, he's a pragmatist and is willingly to compromise for the sake of unity. Due to his political skill, many see him one day possibly reaching the position of first speaker. But with Lang Weishang's iron grip in the Yuan, Ku probably won't see the position for many years. Okay, cool. Not him. That's certainly an oddly written Chinese name. Ku Shi. You know, it's a bit weird. Maybe he's native. He's a Valayan. Another note taken. He's liberal, generally. Yeah, he's pretty liberal. Do you think Qingqiu would buy Alaska, Hokkaigan and DoD? Well, the way this one's going, it's set up for us to fight. Are there certain words banned from the chat, like war? My messages aren't going through? All I can say is that YouTube just has some automated stuff. I don't know why you would be experiencing the word. Does the word war not come through? That would be weird. I don't know why that would be. Oh, there's a battle. The Bionians just won a battle. Look, everyone's saying war. Look. This isn't a Victoria 3 channel. Of course war would be allowed in the chat. Maybe it wasn't the word war that it censored. Maybe it was the 5 consecutive racial slurs you also wrote next to it. Maybe that was the problem. Yeah, links. Yeah, YouTube's blocking is weird. In video comments, some messages just get flagged up, but I usually allow them through. in stream comments I don't really have the ability to just deny or accept certain messages, so they might just not come through. The Hererian Independence War, that's back home in Spain, isn't it? No. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, Spain is doing it now. Spain is doing a war now. Things are now happening in Gran Colombia. Good time to pop the Land of Liberty decision. Is it though? Is it? All the immigrants are going to the colony of Vinland right now. The Bjornians are running around winning battles. Holy shit, he followed up with a fucking 9 roll! Oh, and no commander. Whoa, Bjornia is fucking popping off. Wow. I've encouraged too many clergymen now, calm down. Kind of shite generals still. Bjornia has won some good battles, but the Inca army is still bigger and also sieging half their country. Now we do idealism, lads. I think I support Ku Shi becoming our leader. That guy sounded like the right type of country we want. Let's support that bloke. Where's this war fucking going? It looks like the Loths are really winning this one. I think there should be a province of Warrington down there. No, of course, that would be banned in the YouTube chat. Warrington. You can't have that. The treaty port looking things down the Incan coast are in fact treaty ports, exactly as you say, from European powers. So Burgundy has one, and Scandinavia has one. Did I play the Incas? No, I didn't, did I? No, and that is definitely something I should play. Bjornia is still rolling high and winning battles, but it's having no effect. The Incas are sieging down Bjornia with 2 other stacks, and you know the AI will always accept a peace when the war score gets up as high as that. They're going to accept a peace eventually. Bjornia is not winning. Is Fork multiplayer worthy compatible? Not really. It would technically work in multiplayer, and maybe you can go for it, but it just isn't meant for multiplayer. And countries are just going down paths where they can't deck wars, so... I don't think Spain is beating the Gran Colombian War of Independence allegations. Well, they do have quite a few forces here, actually. Oh, let's see how this goes. Okay, they stopped attacking. Is this the in-game soundtrack? No, this is the Emperor Middle Kingdom, Rise of the Middle Kingdom soundtrack. Big battle here, and the Spanish are not winning that one. Oh, maybe not. No, I don't know. Unification of the Belgian Confederacy also happening. Everything pops off in 1842. Everything. Also, Vinland continues to get all the immigrants. I don't know, Suash, it will come as a surprise, but I'll be ready for it whenever we deck on Japan. Big battle here, they're attacking the mountains, but Spain just does not have troops to hold it. We're going to have problems with Japan, but we're also going to have problems with whoever owns Lusitania, whether it's Gran Colombia, Spain, probably not, or an independent Lusitania. The best outcome for me would be, oh, look how badly Spain is getting owned here. The best outcome would be an independent Lusitania, because that would be the weakest. A big united Gran Colombia trying to take Lusitanian land would be the worst situation. Even the Spanish Navy is getting owned. It's never been more over. Se acabó. Oh yeah, my type of government can't change parties, just to let you know, Q News. Ironically, this shit general is actually technically my best general with 2 defense. 2 defense. Have you ever tried Trail of Khans? I've played a few bits and bobs of multiplayer in that, and it's a good mod, yeah. I've never done a proper full campaign with it, probably because I've never been in the multiplayer communities who tend to play it, but it's a good mod, yeah. Are you going to annex the native nation to the north of you? If I get the option, yeah. Definitely, because it has sulfur. But, oh, no, I can't justify wars. Can you go to war with anyone, allow yourself to get siege to raise militancy? Not until I have a scripted war, technically. My pop growth has gone up, but that... Oh, I'm getting... Okay. I'm getting a trickle of immigration. Which means if I do pop the thing now to plus 10, that means I will increase that immigration that I am getting. This is the best time to take it. Because I know that I can get immigration now. So if I pop a thing, it will allow me to get a decent amount, hopefully. Unless a plus 10 isn't enough to claw that away from Vinland. It's going up, but... We're getting more... Let me consult the notes. We're getting more... Tai Shi into the country. What tones were they? I don't know. I mean, we increased immigration a little bit, but even the 10% wasn't much. The pop growth from medicine is probably what's increased my pop growth the most. That's probably had the biggest effect that I've noticed. Is DoD fanfork scripted wars only? No. Some countries are locked into scripted wars only for a while. Some countries are a bit more free. And also, England is rising up against fucking dual monarchy at the same time as Bjornia is getting crushed by the Incas, and Bjornia has lost their whole army. It's over. It's be over. But the real England is coming up, so let's watch this one. Maybe wait for when the hollowing starts. Oh well, I forgot about that. But if you are playing an American nation in the fanfork, and you want a good time to pop that decision, wait for the hollowing of Germany. Sadly, England are getting beaten in that battle. They don't have any generals. England doesn't have any generals. Oh, and we have something else popping off. The Great Shun is up against all the European great powers in the Opium War. It's over. Oh, this is so sad for England. No generals. But yeah, it makes a lot of sense for Qingqiu not to be able to do its own wars, because you'd maybe be taking stuff like Hawaii, and Hawaii is important for the lore of the guy who fled there. The countries, Japan and Colombia, they're important for your lore. They're important to the... how the fuck did Bjornia get away with that? Despite the best efforts of the Inca hordes, our mighty armies have cloaked... Okay, a literal miracle happened for Bjornia at the same time as England rises up. You know what this means? It's clearly a sign from God. Bad writing. Is the Halloween a fanfork specific thing? Yes. Yeah, so yeah, it's fanfork lore of Germany getting decimated, yes. Yeah, I'm thinking it's coming home. I'm thinking it's coming home. If England can just roll a general, it's definitely coming home. Yeah, roll a general. Roll Gareth Southgate himself, and you might come home. Wait. Whoa. Spain went bankrupt and fucked up in Gran Colombia. Yeah, they lost. Wait. Yeah, Spain pretty much lost, but not everything. They didn't lose all of it, but they lost. Quito is now independent, Heredia is now independent, and the Gran Colombian Alliance stands strong to the north, but they may have some events to break apart. Especially because I see they only have Mexican accepted. Gareth Southgate, -2 attack, 6 defense, that's true. He's old news now though, isn't he? He's gone. A 1-1 general is okay. How's England doing? No generals yet. Come on, roll one. They're building units, but the dual monarchy has sent more. The dual monarchy is getting mobilizations in, I think. Oh fuck. I'm getting a volcano erupting now, am I? The 1843 Xifang eruption. Xifang or Lewetla to the natives would appear to be somewhat normal mountains. Do we have a real province here? No. But it's in the province of Pizhuang. It's in the province of Pizhuang. Where's that? Pizhuang. It's up north. It is actually part of the Korean area. It's just erupted in P. That's horrible. It seems like a normal mountain, but in actuality it's a stratovolcano. It's fucking Yellowstone. Is this not actually where Yellowstone is? Fuck's sake, what? Not only did we have some bandits, pirates, angry miners, but we've also have the world-ending mega volcano event of Yellowstone. Oh, imagine how bad luck that is. Is it Mount St. Helens? Yellowstone is in Wyoming. Right. Must be like here or something. Is it Mount St. Helens? Because I've seen the videos of that, and that was a crazy eruption. Mount St. Helens, fucking hell. Seems like you could colonize. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh shit! Oh yeah, I can. Oh, Law Yathan, you are the most correct person ever. I mean, I don't know if this is meant to be scripted stuff. I don't know if I'm going to get... But yeah, I'll do it. Absolutely. I didn't think it was possible that I would be able to. But yeah, damn. I mean, there's nothing else I can, but yeah, that's it. You win a big chat award today, sir. Or madam. So anyway, do we want to read the whole... In 1802, okay, there's a history lesson in this volcano, so yeah, let's read it. In 1802, our army had to make plans to push the Japanese out of the continent, and in order to prepare for our offensive into northern Hokkaigan, we stockpiled supplies in Pizhuang. Oh no! We stockpiled artillery and explosives in the volcano. Oops. Oh no, what have we done? But it erupted for the first time while our army was en route, and the eruption destroyed the stockpile. That's unlucky. And effectively created a short minor ice age in the region. Jesus Christ. Since that first eruption, what were our weapons? Fucking Mr. Freeze's weapon from Batman? What were we stockpiling in there? Since that first eruption, the volcano has been in an eruptive period that sees eruptions from pyroclastic flows of various sizes from time to time. The most recent of these eruptions was markedly much more powerful and has damaged some of the local communities. Luckily, most Boyoyans know how to handle the eruptions Xifang gives out, so the overall loss of land is mostly minimal. While the eruptions may be dangerous, the Boyoyan seem content to live with a volcano in their backyard. But yeah, 1% of the pops there did die. Which was like 50k people. Not 50k people, 500 people. 500 people. That hurt a little bit. Oh shit, the Council of Gran Colombia is happening. The fate of Gran Colombia will be decided. Also, I've completely abandoned this idea, but I'll increase relations. How's England doing? England is winning some isolated battles. They still don't have a general. Oh, sorry, we have to look back here again. Such a development could only result in civil war. Well, you know what that means. Possibly some good news from Colombia if they break into civil war. Every time I hear the phrase civil war, I think of that scene in Cromwell, the film, where Cromwell, this is beautiful writing, Cromwell is in Parliament and he says something like, "If you continue with these policies, this could lead to civil war." And there's just a great flash of music. Oh, brilliant writing. I maybe could have picked something there that gave me more liberals, but whatever. Oh, they've rolled a general. They rolled fucking Lewis Hamilton. They've rolled the fastest Englishman race car driver, Lewis Hamilton. Let's see how he performs. Spain is having the Spanish Civil War. Okay. Yeah, no need to worry about that. Come on, Lewis Hamilton. What's the Liberal Party? Pluralism. Come on, Bjornia needs to send reinforcements. Come on, Bjornia. What's the Liberal position on this matter? If we had more militancy, though, we could definitely pass reforms because, yeah. But the militancy just won't go up. It's hard to get that to go up. Anyway, the Liberals support laissez-faire and free trade, of course. Yeah. The battle's happening. The Battle of Leicester. It's a 9-1 roll for fucking Lewis Hamilton. You can't make this up. He's not a particularly good general, but he knows how to roll. Is it enough though? With the org, I think he wins. I think he wins the battle. I think he wins that battle. Yeah, he won it. Wait, what? Oh no, he didn't win it. He got wiped. That's actually some bullshit. Yeah. My mother has a jar of ash from Mount St. Helena eruption. She lived there at the time. Fucking hell, that's crazy. Wow. Okay. Can we get a big salute in the chat for Lewis Hamilton's army that got stack wiped out of nowhere? He appeared to be winning that battle, but he got org wiped. Hamilton collided. What's the Liberal position? Anti-military. Come on, channel members. Salute in the chat. Or, alternatively, join the channel membership. Pluralism. We've got a bit of militancy. If we can claw that up, if we get 2 militancy, that might be enough. What percent of your audience is a Yankee? Well, on the one hand, I can look at the demographic breakdown of my audience, which is like the largest plurality, is American, but within that, I don't know how to break it down into Yankees and Dixies. I'll encourage craftsmen, but really they don't have much to be working in at the moment. YouTube has state-by-state stats? What? Not that I know of. Do they? Are you telling me this for the first time? I did not know that. You were telling me this for the first time. She was a wonderful woman. Tech. You know, let's invest in a cheeky mill tech. Are you serious? They actually do have breakdowns of regions? What the fuck? I guess I can figure out who's a Yankee, but that would I would have to look at 50 odd states specifically. Oh, immigration. The Gran Colombians are fucking getting it. This is sad. Oh, they're getting... Vinland's getting 7, 8k, Colombia's getting 3k, and I'm getting nothing. Where's my immigration attraction? This is terrible. Can I change my national value to one that gives me some? Can I actually? The national order laws. Oh. If I have a higher military score than 25, 1 million gold, and have the country flag Ren Lang Dui, I can get rid of all the pirates. So that's something to keep in mind. That's 100,000, not a million, so that is actually doable. I need a lot more to actually ever change my national value as well, so that's not happening either. Qingqiu is going through sad times in a crisis now. I have a really good army though. Nothing to use it on yet. And there's the colonization. Way nice. And we can matte paint up in that as well. It won't look great, but it's nice. Plantagenia actually has cores on this. This is actually dreadful. It prevents me from getting that alliance. I'll have to try an alternative alliance. Maybe the Belgians. Oh, we can do events for this. Oh, this is great. First of all, let's rename the new lands. I am kind of meant to get this. This is the region of Laofeng. So delineate the eastern border would be, at long last our eastern border has come into contact with a nation. We could actually negotiate with Plantagenia over this then. That's great. We could make it says that we could potentially give away some land to make an alliance or keep pressing for more stuff. Ooh, shit. Okay. For a long time our eastern borders were extended only as far as the Mingxing Mountains. Is that Chinese for rocky? This was because further travel past the mountains formed a formidable barrier. And while we have made claims on the lands further east, further expansion seemed like it would be more trouble. Wait, do I have cores on this? I in fact do not have cores on this. He lied. I do not have claims. Okay. So it appears it might cause tensions with our direct eastern neighbour, Plantagenia. Apparently they claim the Mingxing Mountains as their natural western border. While we would claim the Dongguo region as an integral part of our lands. What's the Dongguo region? It's Laofeng. Anyway, we could negotiate with our eastern neighbour and give them the Dongguo region and set the Mingxing Mountains as the border between our two countries. Well, you know, of course, I'm going to insist it's mine. I'm going to go all the way, but look, this says it right here. Make the offer, an ally in the east is one less cardinal direction to worry about. We have to worry about Japan to the north and the west, and we have to worry about Colombia to the south. It doesn't seem to be breaking apart yet. But, you know what? Fuck it. Go for it. I've got a core on it now. I've got the army. Let's turn off Fog of War. Or turn it on. Wait, what? Fog of War turned on. I need to unpause, right? Yeah. So, yeah, let's just go all out. I feel like I've got a good army and nothing to use it on. I'm doing a mill tech. I'll take on any threat that arises. I've got a much bigger army than Plant. Well, not much bigger. We get to choose our colonial policy now. Civilizing mission is always the best because it gives assimilation rate and education and culture tech. Yeah, I feel like just... What do you mean always settlement? Settlement does... It takes away some money. Assimilation rate, immigrant attraction, civilizing mission. Thank you, Caminator. Oh, they nerfed it. Well, yeah, it's settled. It's settled. We do civilizing mission. We're becoming a great power as well, especially with that prestige. So that's great news. That's some fucking great news. Immigrants? Well, it's, see, 1.5 attraction isn't much. England's gone. England is gone. It's over. Incas are at war with Quito. The civil war that the event referred to was between Heredia and Aureliana. The Colombian Alliance has not done anything yet. Italian turmoil is happening, by the way, in case anyone was interested. Bavaria discovered Neptune. What's next? Our clergymen have actually fucking decreased. They've gone down all this time, unfortunately, so let's get them back up. Do you have a favourite DoD nation? Yeah, Scandinavia. Hey, you know what? If I colonise this, maybe we can create a new enemy with Vinland as well. And Scandi, that would be lovely. Let's create a new enemy. Oh shit, we're actually competing with Plantagenia for this one. Let's build a bigger navy to win that. Why Scandinavia? Well, go and watch my recent multiplayer streams of it on the VOD channel, if you haven't already, but, you know, I just like that country, because it has so many options, and it's the naval power of DoD, the biggest naval power at the start at least. Only capital ships provide colonial power. Is it true? It probably is true, you're probably right. Sure. Fuck it. Oh, it's happened. Decked already? Okay. Fucking bring it on. Fucking bring it on. You know what? Let's do it. Truce break. They're breaking the rules. I'm not allowed to be at war for the first several years of the game. No, this fucking wailing Chinese woman here. Right, let's march forward into the attrition. Hopefully they don't call in Gran Colombia their ally. No, they didn't have that as an ally. That's the Belgians. I was wrong. That's good. Bring it on though. I'm stronger than them. You think you'll take land in this war? Am I allowed to? Possibly. Restarting the playlist. That's the last song. I don't think I want to take any of their shitty land that has no resources, to be honest. Thanks, Arlec. Thanks for supporting that. I mean, from my perspective, it comes from multiplayer. I really love it in multiplayer. But it's also great in fucking fanfork. I haven't played it yet. But I love the fact that it has Vinland. That opens up a lot of options. Well, I can't exactly go and blockade them right now. You know what? Loads of mountains. I think I know what's going to happen. I think I'm going to have to bait them into attacking me a lot. Oh, haha. Oh, look what you idiots have done. Oh, Plantagenia, you retards. Can you call your puppets? Ah, they don't have any troops. Well, they automatically join, actually. Away, Plantagenia, you idiots. What have you done? The absolute fucking state. What do I do if I win this war, anyway? Do I take anything? Do I release something? I could release Apache or something like that. That would be fun. They're coming for me? They're coming for me. The attrition has kind of started, unfortunately. Yeah, liberate some native stock. I'm thinking that, yeah. Let's release the Cherokee puppet. That's too far away from me to matter and be something I can defend. Of course, we've got blue borders here. The only way through is actually this mountain pass here at Hanling. And that is where I could bait them into attacking me, or Laofeng. Oh, Jesus Christ, the attrition! The fucking attrition! Oh, well, I'm just going to have to suffer it. I'm just going to live with it. There are actually a lot of blue border mountain passes in the whole country that I haven't really looked at. The valley is actually cut off from blue borders in a lot of places. That's why I hate pointless puppet nations. I actually love them. I like pointless puppet nations, but yeah, it is annoying when they affect attrition. Our best, we can use our crazy 2 defense general. He can be the man to defend the mountain pass of Hangling. You need your John Cena. My Zhao Shina. And they're getting sieged down by the Belgian Confederacy at the same time, the idiots. Oh no! Potato blight! As if things couldn't get any worse. Yeah. The clergy are clergying around, I know. They always do. Okay, this is where I'll bait them, right? Let's see if 12k is enough for them to attack. There's quite a... It takes quite a long time to move troops across the terrain to get to the province, so... The only chance Plant has of winning a battle there is if they win the battle before I get to reinforce it. Oh yeah, the puppet attrition here is actually fucking devastating. It is actually awful, these puppets. I mean, I love the lore, I love the LARP of them, and I love how it makes the map look, but they are horrible for attrition in a war against the aggressive Plantagenians. Yeah, Vinland's about to break free as well. Why have I been funding my navy this whole time, by the way? Can anyone answer why I would have done that? Oh, yeah, I do have mill access from all of them, yeah. Can anyone explain why I was doing that? Here they come. Here they come. Yes. Everyone who's middle strata becomes more liberal in Qingqiu. So they arrive on the 2nd of October. It takes them a whole month to get there. They're attacking the mountain pass. So... here comes the strategy. Oh, the independence of Vinland and Maskerland. Are they still doing it? Oh, they stopped the attack. Cowards. They're doing it again. Oh, wait, they're still... I don't think they stopped. It's still 2nd of October. Yeah, the province is Hanling. They're doing it. They're doing it with 1 stack, 2 stacks. 2nd of October. Let's throw the kitchen sink in on the 1st of October. Alright, fucking the month tick lagged the game. So they have a 2 attack that nullifies my 2 defense and then -3 terrain. I think I would win that battle without reinforcing it. I'm going to follow up when we win though. Into horrible mountains, but at least the next mountain... Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Another horrible pandemic event. Rough. Okay, follow up now. Let's go to Laofeng. And my best attack general is a 1. You stay there, actually. Liberals in the upper house. Oh, reform time. Oh, here we finally go. Alright. Press, +1. Cultural rights. Cultural rights doesn't actually... Okay. Cultural rights gives +8 immigrant attraction straight up. And assimilation. But it does lower militancy. Wealth voting. This voting gives huge immigrant attraction, and it could help liberals win elections, maybe the upper house. If I did an upper house reform, that might help the upper house become more liberal. It wouldn't actually. The upper house is pretty representative of... Actually, oh, I don't know. The reason the upper house is more liberal right now is because I just took that event. I'm taking the rights, fuck it. Assimilation is good across the board, and that's a nice bit of immigrant attraction. Doesn't help now though. The Belgian Confederacy is my natural... Oh, all -200 relations. Well, maybe Vinland will be my ally now. How about that? Maybe Vinland will be the new friend in the block. Oh shit. Oh shit. Will this work? I need my general to show up. I should have reinforced with all of those troops. I have a truce with Vinland somehow. Okay. I'll look at who I can sphere as a great power soon. I think with raw numbers, it takes a while to reinforce that. I should have done everyone. Inca? Sphere and ally Inca. They do have some RGOs, or so I've heard. This might not work. I might take too long to get there. Yeah, this is not working. They got a big roll. Should have definitely followed up with all of that. Oh, I still won. That's the genius of the Qingqiu army. Genius. Yes, Eggy, of course you'd like it. Yeah, it's Victoria 2. Yeah. I mean, look, you came to a Victoria 2 stream to sort of ask if you should buy Victoria 2. You know what the answer's going to be around here. I think you just want to confirm your existing decision. Go for it. You'll never look back. Of course, other people might have ideas about other ways to obtain the game. I can neither confirm nor deny or talk about that. I condemn piracy. think the Plantagenians are now going to deal with the Belgians, who I really helped in this war. Let's take the fight to Plantagenia. Let's siege down some of their shitty no-pop colonies. The only way to get through them is through one horrible attritionist mountain pass. That's the downside. But this colony is already filling up with Qingqiu and pops. We could probably make it a state already, actually. As a matter of fact, I think we can make it a state after the war because it's already at 1.18% bureaucrats. Are you playing with a 144Hz screen? Yes, I am. I tried it and it crashes on me. That's shite. I don't know why it would be. You know what? I'm going to fucking split this stack. I don't want to take any more attrition. I'm just going to send the mobs in. They can take the attrition. Oh shit, what's that? Rise of Californio nationalism. Despite being one of the founding peoples of Qingqiu, the Lusitanians to the south have always felt a closer connection to our neighbours to the south. With the crises that have plagued our nation recently, many of those Lusitanians have been agitating for their separation from Qingqiu. The Lusitanians call themselves Californios and wish to unite the Lusitanian peoples in California under one region that is under control of one country. With Vicente securing the independence of Colombia from Spain. Come on, where's your fucking civil war? Break apart. Lusitania is not even an accepted pop. I accept you more than the Colombians do. This is disgusting. Many have been petitioning the caudillo of Lusitania, Dongguo Peixoto, to intervene and liberate the Lusitanians for incorporation into the Lusitania and by extension the greater Colombian nation. While we have been trying to stamp down on this movement, it has damaged our relationship with Colombia, as we have arrested a few Lusitanian citizens. It seems clear that it will only be a matter of time before Peixoto will demand Vicente. Oh shit. Hope it can remain civil. We have more problems. And I've only gone and had half my army die in the mountains, you know, while the Colombians rally to the south of me. What have I done? Oh, already? Go on, well, give me a break. Give me some time to prepare. With the tensions being caused by the Californio movement becoming harder to ignore, the leader of Colombia, Anastasio Vicente, hey, at least I can move most of my army down there because, you know, I can't move it all through the mountain pass to deal with the Plantagenians. They've proposed that it would be best for our two countries to redraw the border between our two countries. This would naturally mean that we would lose land to Colombia, but Speaker Lan Wei-shang believes it would relieve any problems between our two countries. However, the vast majority of our country sees this as a betrayal to our country. Many in the north fear that the government might also be willing to sell them out to the Japanese. I can't even fucking read or talk at the moment. Let's just skip to Kushi. Kushi has rallied many in the Yuan, along with some of the military, to call for a vote of no... Oh yeah, this is fucking Kushi's time to shine. Yes, oh yes, I have to select. Yeah, we're going all out war. I can hold these fucking mountains. I can hold the mountains here with limited troops I have. Definitely. Yeah, bring all my more troops over there. I do have to hold the puppets as well, actually. See how I can do that. And bring them down. Kushi is coming in, kicking out this old minister. Fucking Churchill is coming in, replacing Chamberlain. It's time. General Kuchi, that's his name, Kuchi. He's coming in. Just give me enough time to move my troops, because fucking Colombia has one on the border. Now I want to know what the Rockies are called in this timeline. Yeah, I have I didn't write the name. It was mentioned in one of the events. I did not write the name of it though. Yeah, we've got war on multiple fronts, with first speaker Qu Shi's refusal to negotiate over a border adjustment with Colombia. Vicente, the president of Colombia, has decided to declare war over the Lusitanian populated areas of California. Disgusting. Vicente has rallied his country behind helping the Californio-Lusitanians and trying to free them from the suffering. Oh, we haven't given them any suffering, it's fine. Qu Shi has rallied his country against the threat of foreign invasion, promising his people that Qingqiu will not lose an inch of land. The outcome of this war will greatly affect Qu's legitimacy. He's literally named Qu. How do you think he got into power? If he were to lose the war, he would lose the support of the army. Yeah. He's staking his political career on this, and we're going to fucking win it. What are the actual stats? 40. Oh, they're fucking shite. They're actually shite. I can fight this two-front war, no problem. Let's cut into Plantagenian territory. Problem is, they will be able to cross the border quickly, but I can hold this mountain. Yeah, I think we can get through this. You know, more armies anyway. I wonder how Fallout New Vegas would look in this timeline. It would look a lot more Another cholera outbreak. This is ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous at this point with those events. I've got my jet. Let's fuck it. Just move into the enemy land. Do it. Okay, let's fucking go. After these wars, maybe we'll call the session. This will be the next big thing. Or the last big thing we do here. Treaty of Shanghai. The proud armies of the 5 battalions were defeated by the European barbarians. Shanghai has been ceded to the dual monarchy. They've all got treaty ports. Actually, yeah, Burgundy has a bit. Spain, Scandinavia, dual monarchy. No one else? The big 4, well, not the big 4. Big 3 and Spain. Anyway, yeah, the Shun is losing back home. They're humiliating themselves. Only Qingqiu is going to go back there and fix it all for them. Typing isn't in this, Robert, but their religion is sort of in it in a roundabout way in my country. The typing religion is actually in Qingqiu. Yeah, and I'm taking notes. Look, I'm really proud of my notes that I've been taking. I should do this for every time I play this mod, so I just keep track of who's who. Speaking of who, let's get that 2 defense general in here and see if they attack me. Maybe I should unpause the game as well, I don't know. The Colombians had a small standing army, but I'm pretty fearful that they can actually mobilize quite a lot. Well, no, actually, they don't have anything accepted other than Mexican, so that lowers it. They're attacking. They are fucking attacking. Can Zhang Hu hold the mountain? I think he definitely can. 29th, I'll reinforce with the rest of that army on the 28th. We also have reform. Let's do the big voting reform. Gives a lot of immigrant traction, and yeah, they have a 2 attack. Better roll. We're going to do fine. Oh, we're already linking up the Belgians. Come on. Come on, come on. Reinforce. I've got an artillery piece coming in, and then the rest of the stack. Come on. There's no absolute fucking way that they win that battle before I get there. Come on, yeah. Jesus. That was close. Zhang Hu. You're shite. Oh, you expect me to follow up on that? 11th of June, 14th? Nah mate, no follow up there. Let's take the fight to them and sneed them down a little bit. We knocked them down a lot to 9k. I can finish that off at some point. Big army, they're coming. They got another big stack. This is a scripted war against Colombia, so if we win this, we'll be able to have a decision after on what we do. Hopefully we can take something. Come on. -2 dig in. You've got this. Okay, I need to reinforce. It's fucking bollocks. Nah, we're okay. We're okay. Army professionalism tech will help a lot. It's a very good tech. They are attacking Fortaleza and I do not have a general there. Unify the provincial armies. Oh shit, what would this be? Hold on. What does this do? So, due to the decentralization of Qingqiu, each province has their own militia, summoned by the central government when needed. However, there is nothing compelling provinces to heed the central government's request. Many officers hold regionalist sentiments and might mobilize only to defend their home province from direct attack. The only solution is to create a formal chain of command. And I lose... Is that 100,000? That would be all my money. Is it 100,000? It does, yeah, you don't have to... I gathered that, Stalker. It kills my reactionary officers because this is a Stalinist purge. And what does it actually say that it changes it to? Because if you don't know, you have these army reform things in the fanfork and the reforms. You can change these things around. I don't know if this... We currently have Orthodox recruitment, which means we only recruit Orthodox people in the army. So we maybe want to open it up a bit more than that. I feel like I should just be bold and do this. It seems like something you should do. And money is okay. Like it's not that bad. I can just defund a couple of things and I'm in the green. Next tech. That. Some money. After the gold dried up, we need some tech for money. You fixed that guy's problems? That's great. Well done. Getting some more score on the Plantagenians. They're still doing that attack. The Colombians really want to do that attack. And I really don't want them to. But they will repeatedly try it until I physically stop them every time. Right, here's what I'm going to do. Fuck this. Let's move Yang onto that stack and see if they keep attacking it. No, they wouldn't attack it if I do reinforce it with anything. Qingqiu is mistreated in Plantagenia. Okay. Terrible. I mean, I think that this is scripted stuff that doesn't assume that he decked on me. So they do the attack now, so that's good. I'm going to let that happen. Yeah, that's good. I don't know, His Holiness, how to help you on that. Unless Stalker can help you again with tech support, I would recommend going to the DoD Fanfork Discord and asking for help. But now they don't do the attack anymore. We won that colony against the Plantagenians as well. Great, great stuff. Are they attacking that? Yeah. Wait, we need oh, where's Jan? There he is. Yeah, that's a mountain. Semi-desert mountain thingy. Unless... Oh, Anastasio Vicente could be the scripted general that he's warning me about. No? No, he's fine. We win that battle. Very big win. Nothing to worry about at all. I haven't ever experienced that many crashes in Fanfork, but it does happen. Yeah, look at this though. We're winning this fucking Gran Colombia war. Yeah, we're winning Plantagenia. Journey to the East successful. Aw, the scripted event over Plantagenians mistreating our merchants turned out nicely. We're actually fine. Our diplomatic issues seem to be resolved and there is peace on the Eastern Front for now. Okay guys, you need to get a quick cheeky line of code in there going, if at war with Plantagenia, this event not happen. Quickly, just get that in there. I think I need an extra stack to guarantee a win there. This is risky. He does still have quite a lot on that stack, about 8k. I need to guarantee this win. Actually, I think they've got it. Yeah, good old Wang Zhao's got it. Okay, the Belgians have peace with Gran Colombia, taking a lot of land. I wonder what I'll do to... Did I say Gran Colombia? I meant Plantagenia. Army wiped the Gran Colombian army. This is great. Long live Qingqiu. Okay. We found the limit that our navy can go to blockade them. Can't go any further than that. If Plantagenia loses this war, it has a chance to spawn the Black Belt Revolt. Can you elaborate on what that is, please? Oops. What have I done here? I've lost a newly created artillery piece. That's sad. No, I won. Wait, hold on. Sorry, what? Oh. Well. Okay, so the black flag thing you mentioned didn't happen. What did happen is the Cowboy King. So I mean, I like to think that we did this, but It probably was more to do with losing to the Belgians, if anything. But the Cowboy King has spawned, Plantagenia has balkanized, Louisiana on the coast. We remember, we've been through this, we did this. I played the Cowboy King in a past playthrough, check it out on the VOD channel. The Louisians are like the rich liberals on the coastline, merchants. The Cherokee in their protectorate have also gone independent. And the remaining Plantagenian government is still there, but we've also got the Us Emerita, which is King Louis, the Cowboy King. So that kind of white pieced my war against them, but fuck it. I'm happy with the result. I didn't really want to take anything for myself anyway. If anything, I would have just released that. Or, well, I would have liked to release Apache, but that's fine. Two attack general. Oh, have I got a job for you? That's the hollowing that people were mentioning. The hollowing of Germany. Now, let's see if I can go this way without being exiled. Oh, I get access from the Cowboy King. Cowboy King could be my ally. And he has the fucking cores on me, so he wouldn't be a great ally. Revoke it, but I will get it back. Great campaign, eh? Great campaign. We got to our first set of wars as well, and they've gone very well. The country is still in a bit of a shit state though. Banditry, pirates. We will just have to keep sneeding down Gran Colombia until we either reach the ability to enforce the treaty war goal, or maybe an automated peace will happen after a certain point. We'll just have to keep going. Oh my god, am I getting BTFO there? Ow. Ow! What the fuck? They only had 9k. Not only am I preventing the Gran Colombians take the Lusitanians over here, I'm going over to the Lusitanian heartland on the other coast and pillaging it and destroying it. That's what they get. On this great continent of, checks notes, Fusang. I don't know what the tones are. Hey guys, chat, I've got another bit of Chinese research for you to do. What does Fusang literally mean, and what are the actual tones? What could it mean? Can we get the research department and the Chinese Oriental scholars on the case? You know what? I'm not sending another professional stack to die to attrition over there. About to try Ara History Untold. We'll keep listening. I don't know what that is, but enjoy it. Now, next tech will be... I'm feeling a cheeky Navy port upgrade. I don't know. Ooh, what about... anything would do pretty well. Some mythological land over the sea with it. Oh, I know it's a mythological land. But what about a literal meaning? I don't know, Albagos. As I've said, this war will be a treaty war that's a decision. It's an event. A scripted war. Text needed for decisions. Good point. The one to get rid of the... violate scaling neutrality? Ooh. No, but the one to get rid of the bandits and shit doesn't need a tech, actually. Oh, I can do it with 25 mil score and 100,000 monies. I can do it. For the liberation of Japan, actually, yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very well pointed out, Suash. The land of the mulberry trees. Well, that's actually a great translation, and it's beautiful. Thank you. Military statistics. Which one's that? Down here. And the other one, I think I need is screw-propellered steamers. So there's a few techs, but it's basically just military tech and navy tech that I would eventually go for anyway. I'm going to get the port upgrade and then the ship upgrade. We're slowly going to get there. It's going to take a long time before we can get that Japan thing, but that's good because it just gives us a lot of content to look for in the future. So future sessions of this, I will be back. And given that I have to finish a video this week and also probably do a discussion stream with PyChucker about upcoming games, the next stream of this will most likely be Saturday. Saturday, everyone. For part 2 of Qingqiu. Oh, I know that, Stalker. I know about that. We were talking about a lot about it earlier. GC's War Exhaustion 37. That's brutal. 37%. War Exhaustion is brutal in Fanfork. Goes up very fast. One of the funniest things about Chinese translation, though, is people's names and countries' names. They have a very rigid and set amount of syllables in their language, right? So in order to translate something, it needs to conform to that. So they make it basically just sound... They use the closest sounding set of syllables to the name in question in order to try and make it fit. So for example, there's this that I found... let's get back to the translate quickly. This man's name in Chinese. Joe Biden is Qiao Baideng.
Qiao Baideng.
Qiao Baideng. Qiao Baideng. You know, up, down, center. Qiao Baideng.
Qiao Baideng. Qiao Baideng.
So, and these symbols presumably have some meanings, but I don't know what they are. So, I mean, if you're Chinese, you don't, when you see the name of Joe Biden as a Chinese person, you don't think of the individual meaning of those symbols, probably, but you could, and it means something. Three words. Oh, I need to turn off that window. Oh, I want to know another one now. What do they call Donald Trump? If that's how Mandarin translates Joe, then I fear how they Translate a more complex name like Ioannis. If I reverse the translation, it just comes to Joe Biden, I think. Yeah. What do they call him? Oh my fucking god, what is this?
唐纳德特朗普，唐纳德特朗普，
Tangna de Terlangpu. What? Tangna de Terlangpu. And that's the closest they can get to Donald Trump in their language.
唐纳德特朗普，
That's the translation, but I would also have to assume that as a Chinese person, you can just say Donald Trump, you know, normally. You don't have to do all that. You can just say the name as well. I assume a lot of Chinese people probably do that. Maybe even their leaders and diplomats. I don't know though. I don't know. Maybe people know more in the chat. We need quite a lot of war score to enact this thingy, but let's keep going. I'm going to try and get to Mexico City now. The Plantagenia. Okay, the three countries of Plantagenia now fight each other. That's fine. The Skrailing Council went independent. The Southwestern Lake Federation went independent. Look at their fucking flag. That kind of goes hard. Obama is spot on match. Obama. Something like that. Check if Central Commerce Tank gives research points. You know what? Okay. The answer, my friend, is no. Yeah, some mods do that and some don't. Where's my 2 attack? Luo! Wait. Micro pause. Oh no, I just made my game crash by doing a cheeky fucking thing. By fucking up a general micro. You get to see the multiplayer... slideshow. No chat. Let me quickly relaunch the game. I'm going to wrap up this war and then call the session. Let's get through it. Let's do it. While I'm loading this up, why not land the army? I can't be bothered sending it down another tile of sea. As for your question there. Yes, Cuban, yeah, that's right. So, while I get the game back up, which doesn't take long, I have to go back to an autosave though. Doesn't take as long as multiplayer to rehost, you see. I'm already back in, look, boom. Single player. You wouldn't have known that I did that at all. You know what? Fuck it. Let's sail down another sea tile. You're right. Actually, I'm already landing and I'm just going to take more navy attrition. So no, I'm not. I'm just indecisive as fuck. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yes, please super chat and join the membership. I was only going to shale. That's what I needed to remember to say. Oh, I've also got to micro the general that was the very cause of the crash. What was his name? See, I already forget the names. Instantly. His name was Yang Wang or something. Yeah, Luo Shen. Completely not what I said. How are the religious demographics looking now? Well, more people have assimilated to the main religion of Buddhist, but Taiping Christianity still makes up. Taiping Christianity, which is actually meant to be called Shijiao. That's what it's meant to be called. It's like 18%. It's holding in there. They have their homeland around here, Dayan. They also get to have this whole region as well, I think. They get quite a bit. The Dian has quite an extensive claim, actually. Wow, they go all the way over here as well. And yeah. The Dian, or basically the Mormons, basically Deseret. Well, Lolita, you can always catch up on the VOD, and I recommend taking the timestamp of how far you are in the stream now, in order to get there, just quickly get there when the VOD comes out tomorrow. Next time Diane stream. I wouldn't know how to, I don't know if there's an organic way to release them and play as them, through events. If there's a decision or something, or a fork in the road here in this playthrough where they can become independent, I could take a save and leave it, similar to what I've done with other playthroughs. Or I can look at the, when I'm done with my proper Qingqiu playthrough, I can refer to the, well, that's interesting, new ground are formed. I can refer to the flowchart if they've made one for Qingqiu and see how to get them independent without manually releasing them. Yeah, maybe if I did some previous decision differently, that causes them to go independent. I haven't really gotten any events directly related to them. L'Arcadian. You know, Plantagenia falls, but then the remainder of actual Plantagenia gets this flag that goes fucking hard and this name that goes fucking hard. If I was Louisiane, or the Cowboy King, I would think, oh my god, I want to rejoin that. I want to rejoin L'Arcadian. You know what, we were wrong. We'll come back if you're called that. If you're going to make your flag go that hard. Oh, sorry for being on speed 1. I know I take things slowly in these single player playthroughs. I am happy with that, but I didn't realise I was on speed 1. Hello, yes man. Oh my god, I fucked up a sneed from all this. That's right, Stalker. Yeah, L'Arcadian is the remaining flavors. Umasarita is the Cowboy King, and Louisiana liberals. Merchant liberals. Charismatic reactionary leader? I think that's a generic event. Remember when this war started and it said if I lose this war this could cause upheaval and I will Qingqiu or whatever he's called, what's he called? Kushi could be ousted out of power if I lose this war. I wonder if I were to intentionally lose this war it would open up perhaps the possibility for the admiral from Hawaii who's called Yang Futing. Maybe he comes back if you lose this as Kushi. That seems quite likely. So that's something to consider. Well, it's this song again, lads. Enjoy it. A lot of these Mexican provinces feel a lot more depopulated than they are in the main timeline. I mean, yeah. I remember these provinces having hundreds of Ks of pops, but it's quite small. If this admiral is in control of Hawaii, does that mean that Fang Hu here, his country, actually has content? Does it? I wonder. This shirty Chinese woman sounds like fucking Kate Bush. Can you hear that? Did they get Kate Bush to sing some Chinese song for this soundtrack? Running up those green hills? How are you a GP? Prestige, as you can see from stuff. How is the war not ended yet? Well, I need a load of war score. And they just have loads of provinces spread out everywhere. And they're unsieging them themselves, the pricks. If we were to pan over to Europe though, Burgundy could be falling apart. No, they're not really actually. The Rhineland revolt is small. It's tiny. If Hawaii is a host nation, it does get content. The content is that you apply the rules to the rest of the world. And you nurse Reno, basically. Okay, that's it. There we go. This song, by the way, the screamy, shouty Kate Bush song, is actually called Easter Egg Roll. It might be an Easter egg song. It's at the end of the soundtrack of Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom. Anyway, that's it. We won. So I demobilise, bring my troops home, bring my navy home. And let's see what peace deal we get from the event now. Let's see what we can do. I'm very interested. I want the most draconian peace out of this. After what they made me do, sieging them that long. I think I lost a lot of my troops. The Treaty of Puerto del Rey, I don't have any choice in the matter. Despite Vicente's assurances, the armies of Qingqiu have triumphed over the armies of Colombia. With total defeat on the horizon, Vicente has been forced to meet with Q's representatives in the city of Puerto del Rey. After much debate, it has been decided that in order to satiate the rise of Californio nationalism that started this war, the Colombian part of California shall be ceded to Qingqiu. Oh yes. Not only that, but Colombia will also give the Kunmin League all of its claimed lands in the north of Colombia. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what that is. We'll see. As a result, the new border follows in part from the Rio Concepcion in the west to the Rio Grande in the east. Once the treaty was signed, the city of Puerto del Rey was also formally handed over to Qingqiu and also given the new name of Xinhuan. This victory has secured Qu Shi's position in Qingqiu while utterly humiliating Vicente. Wow, great. And we also get our side of the story. When the war started, we knew that we were facing a formidable foe, and most hoped that we could stave Colombia off for long enough that we would get them to sign a white peace. Instead, we have scattered the armies of Colombia and have decisively defeated them on the field of battle. The peace we have forced upon Colombia should neuter them as a threat and hopefully discourage them from making further moves against us. While the introduction of more Lusitanians into our country from California La Vieja will cause some discontent, it should eventually solve the problem of Californication. With the war over, Qu Shi can now begin his internal reforms with the power granted to him as the so-called imperial speaker. There will be no obstacles. Are we getting the Qu dynasty? There will be no obstacles to accomplishing his reforms and achieving a more stable, equal country. Yeah, that is fucking genius. Fantastic. Everything going our way. Perfect. Look at that peace deal. Yeah. Part of it went to our puppet. Did the Cowboy King get something? What else did happen there? Oh, the Kunmin League is my puppet. That's what it was talking about. Right. Okay. They have a native population accepted, and the land they got has a lot of that. I directly got to control the southern region of California myself. Very good. I gain loads of prestige. They get... Gran Colombia gets problems. The plan of Tepic. What's that they immediately... Oh, they went a slightly different shade of yellow, orange there. Wasn't Vicente the Mormon? No. Baja California, yeah. All of it. What was the place that became Shin Ma? That city I got that they talked about? Santander has finally reached the apogee of his vanity with support from local elites. There's a coup. A coup happened in Colombia. We don't need to read all of it for them. It said that I gained a new region. Was it this? Was it this? No, I already had that. The pops I gained, well, if you look at this region, 84k, not many. Rio del Porte, and we renamed it. It said that. Where's that? Santander can crown himself emperor if he takes Cuba. Well, you killed him. Yeah, where is that? This? No. That's part of California. It's a LARP city they won't show on the map. There's been a lot of them in this playthrough actually. The volcano. There's been a lot of LARP cities that don't show on the map. Strange. Can you check the pop menu? Well, it doesn't really show. All this stuff is already mine. Yeah, it wouldn't show it. Then I have these two colonies. Just a capital city that was renamed. Yeah. A bit confusing of them to do that. Are you getting immigrants? Good question. Yes. We're getting some trickling in. There aren't that many immigrants in general in the world right now, but we're getting a decent share of what there are. So that's good. And we have this political leader in charge now, Qingqiu. Good. These notes have been an absolute godsend. What a great idea. You don't have cities in Vic 2, right? No, cities aren't really a mechanic. They're not really in the game. But many provinces are just named after the city in the province. Did Bionia win the first football match? Yeah. Yeah, they were. England broke away from the dual monarchy and lost, though. So... Anyway, yeah, we now have this guy in power who's Republican and liberal and should help us get reforms and lead our country that way. Qingqiu, a legendary character we've got now. And it's all open from here. What a balkanized map of America now, though. And that'll be the map of session 2 of this, which will happen on Saturday. Get your last minute super chats and memberships in now, because that's it. Great session. And Scandinavia is coming back to Vinland, by the way. Just saying. They're doing that. Yep. And Plantagenia is fighting its 3-way civil war. I'm looking at you, Ron. You're fucking next. Both of the Bionia War and the England War were good. It's just that the England War was... No, the England War was crazy. You had Lewis Hamilton. You just have to watch the VOD if you want to know what happened. So yeah, that's great stuff. Absolutely loving the Qingqiu update so far. 10 out of 10. Tell the fanfort people I said that. I'm loving it. Great update. It came out on Saturday. And I thought, oh, shall I stream it today? Shall I stream it on Saturday? I thought, nah, it's a bit short notice, and they'll probably have to do a patch. And lo and behold, they did a patch the next day, so I left it a bit, and that was a good decision. China is still there. The Europeans are humiliating China, as they often do. Treaty ports have been taken, and Europe hasn't changed much. What's that? Venice. So Greece became a puppet, but they still have a province. Okay. It's funny how fast the mines collapse and a lot of miners suddenly turn to pirates within a week. Could take longer time. Well, how can you... I don't know what you would expect. It's a game and it's a mod, and they want to tell a story without dragging it on too long. I mean, do you want it to take 5-10 years? Because that's way too long. Just, it's a very good pacing of events. They just come through every few months. Maybe you could make that take 5 years, but you should have something else going on in between to keep things going. But yeah, we've even expanded beyond the Rocky Mountains, and I can't for the life of me remember what the Qingqiu's named these mountains. Even though it was said in an event, I should have taken the note. They have their own name though. So yes, upcoming content, the epic part 6 of the Asian Hug Box series on Friday. A discussion stream with Pie Chucker on Thursday, showing Gilded Destiny and all those upcoming new games. And then this part 2 of the Qingqiu playthrough on Saturday. You're spoiled. You're spoiled for content. Alright then everyone, great session, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you all for the super chats and memberships. Any quick last minute cheeky drops there? And yeah, part 6 of this series is going to be fucking great though. I've been enjoying editing it so much. I've been looking up China and the Taiping Rebellion on the side at the same time, learning about it. So the Qingqiu update happening at the same time to coincide is a great coincidence. We get to immerse ourselves in some more Chinese lore. Okay, alright, fine. Alright, fine. Sure. Have it your way. I'll end the stream. I'll end the stream. Bye. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Whatever you're doing out there, as that English guy said, whatever you're doing, do it well. Be proud. You know the guy who's like, you know, a Bosch. That guy. You know, all of that. Whatever you're doing, do it well. Have a great week. Okay, bye. Spud, shout out to Brazil. Shout out to Brazil. Shout out to France. Grand merci from France for the stream. Any other countries you want me to shout out? Would you make me shout out a country for a super chat? Some huff for Hungary? Shout out to Quebec. The Brazilians just love their little shout outs and things. If you just mention Brazil on a stream, it'll absolutely make their day for some reason. They love it. Shout out to Morocco, yeah. No, but yeah, thanks so much everyone. I'll see you on Thursday for discussion stream with Pie Chucker. Have a great week. Bye.